As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting. A couple of hours later, I learned that commander had made which he had the complete authority to do, and by the way, Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat. He sunk the boat and eliminated the threat. And he was the right call. We have his back, and the American people are safer.
CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
And the White House more broadly says this was a legal move because the president has classified narco-terrorists such that they can be attacked if they are threatening the United States, which in the view of this White House they are.
Former Attorney General Alberto Gonzales.
The reason it matters is because how we treat people that are helpless, that are defenseless, particularly in an armed conflict. We care about it. Why? Because someday we're going to have soldiers in that situation where they're helpless, they're defenseless. We want them to be protected by rules of engagement.
President Trump said again today he didn't know about a second strike. The former president of Honduras, pardoned by President Trump, has been released from prison, as Christopher Cruz reports.
Juan Orlando Hernandez was sentenced last year to decades in prison for his role in helping drug traffickers move hundreds of tons of cocaine to the United States. On Sunday, reporters asked President Trump why he pardoned Hernandez. He said the people of Honduras really thought he was set up. They said it was a Biden administration setup, and I looked at the facts and I agreed with them.
There is word today of an impending immigration operation in Minnesota that would primarily focus on Somali immigrants, according to the Associated Press. The Afghan national accused of shooting 2 National Guard troops in Washington last week has pleaded not guilty during a video court appearance from his hospital bed. President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are in Moscow, where they met with Russian President Putin. In Ireland, Ukraine's president on the terms now on the table to win the war.
I think that the most sensitive things and the most difficult questions, or questions with the challenges, it's about territories.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow Jones Industrial's up by 223 points. This is CBS News.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online at steelusa.com or in-store.
Voters in a local city passed a Renters' Bill of Rights. Why those rights might be rolled back today. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather, Seattle Sports has the update here. In Seattle, we still have roadwork north 5. It's just past 520. It's blocking your left lane, but it clears by the time you hit the Ship Canal Bridge, and that backup is quickly thinning out from our last report. Still bumper to bumper starting near Denny Way. South Center to Seattle has improved to just 15 minutes. South 5 looking great this afternoon, just minor crowding between Northgate and Lake City Way. Earlier backups to the Renton S-curves have cleared out. Up in Bellevue, though, North 405 still slows just briefly at I-90 into mid-Bellevue. And we still got this 1.5 mile thick backup northbound 167 through the Pacific Bridge work zone. Plan on 10 to 15 minutes to clear this. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. A 21-year-old is under arrest after Pierce County deputies say he stole a Corvette, led them on a chase, and posted himself doing donuts in his car.
Chasing an allegedly stolen Corvette near 112th and Pacific Avenue early Saturday morning when the suspect hit the gas and escaped.
Clearly trying to elude us.
Deputies later spotted that car in a driveway and arrested the 21-year-old suspect.
We're going to actually put you in the handcuffs right now.
And they claim on his social media account, they found a video of the suspect doing donuts. He's being held on suspicion of eluding and possession of a stolen vehicle. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A Parkland family is shaken but safe after bullets tore through their home during a weekend street race takeover. Megan Corning tells KIRO 7 TV.
We have a 4-year-old son, so to me, I'm like, oh my God, and thank God his room's on the opposite side of the house.
Shots pierced the family's fence, garage, and truck. By the time the Pierce County Sheriff's Office said it had enough deputies to respond, the cars and crowds had cleared out. The Tacoma City Council today will consider changing a set of renters' rights that voters approved. KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha explains.
Voters signed off on the Landlord Fairness Code initiative in 2023. Groups had lobbied for this, eventually called it the strongest protection for renters in Washington. The council does have the authority to repeal or change the measure without voter approval. That's according to the city charter. The group that fought for the Bill of Rights, Tacoma for All, are threatening another ballot measure if the council rolls back those protections.
A dramatic rescue in Roslyn after a dog fell 20 feet down a crevasse. Kittitas County deputies say neighbors, volunteers, and first responders all worked together to save it. The dog's owner, Paige Graham, tells KIRO 7 TV.
She was absolutely fine. Scratches and bruises, but even those are fairly minor, but no hypothermia at all.
She's grateful her dog is safe. Powderhounds will have to wait a little longer to hit the slopes. Crystal Mountain missed its November 28th target and hasn't set a new date. Mission Ridge is aiming for December 5th. The summit at Snoqualmie has not set its opening day just yet. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 49 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO Newsradio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Tuesday, December 2nd. Jake Skorheim here, Spike O'Neill right there.
Happy Tuesday, buddy.
Figuring out how to use his microphone
I
button.
got it.
Push on,
Clear
push
the throat.
off. There you go.
Clear the throat. I got it. Yeah.
That's a nice sound.
Thanks.
I like that.
Little nervous tick I have.
We have just the best show we've ever done. I can say that honestly. We've done a lot of good shows. Middling shows, fine shows. Today, though, I would say today is probably high watermark for us.
Wow.
It's going to be great.
No pressure, though.
We have some good guests coming up. We have a lot of great topics. It's also just a fun time of year. Christmas season's just fun, so it gives us an excuse to do some kind of silly stuff. At 1:30, we thought it would be fun if we quit. You and I are always talking about movies, and Laura, comically, has never seen a single thing. She apparently doesn't know what cinema is. And so we thought it'd be funny if today we quizzed each other on movie clips. So we'll Christmas movie clips.
Yes.
So it's a theme. So I have some. You have some. Laura, you have some.
Oh, I don't.
You don't have
Isn't
some.
the bit that I haven't seen anything? How would I know?
Why don't you come up with whatever single movie you've seen?
Okay.
Christmas movie. It's got to be Christmas themed.
Okay.
Come up with just like one or two.
I'll do my best.
A little quote, little clip that we would recognize as a movie.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be. She's trying to stump us. The job is to stump us.
Right?
Nope.
You don't get that one? You don't get that
Off to a strong start.
You get it right. You got it.
Well, I don't want to. If that's part of your
No,
clue
it's not.
later
It's not.
on-
No, this is my sample.
Are you talking about Rudolph?
That's Rudolph's nose.
Yeah, that's
Come
Rudolph's
on,
nose.
of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
Did you not know that? You've never seen the claymation Rudolph
Yeah, I have.
Remember the nose?
with the dentist,
I haven't seen it since I was like 8.
the tiny little
I
elf
watched
dentist.
it
Is that
yesterday.
the one with the elf
Herbie,
dentist?
who
Herbie.
doesn't want to make toys.
What's he
Come
thinking?
on.
What's he thinking?
Okay.
All right, we do have a lot of stuff to get to. Important things, very important things.
Are you sure we'll have time?
We might have time. So let's jump right into first things first, and we're going to start with this guy who's just the best. Luke Ducey, KIRO Newsradio reporter, joins us now. Luke, welcome to the show.
I am going to drop a deuce on everybody.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we are.
There we
Yes,
go.
I am. I love that intro.
Launching the
love it.
show on
This
the
actually
right
does
foot.
feel like a deuce being dropped. This was at SeaTac, right? There was a bunch of just a big kerfuffle. I don't like to use that word willy-nilly, but I will. There's a big kerfuffle at SeaTac, super long line, a mile long. What was happening?
Yeah. You would think that I would be talking about TSA lines. And
Oh, is this
inside,
not TSA line?
It's not.
All right, thanks for coming in, Luke. Have a good one. What is this about?
It's outside.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
It's a
Driving to
lesser
the
fuffle.
airport.
It's still, yeah.
So
A subfuffle, if you will.
Actually, let's jump into it a little bit because I just got an email from the spokesperson, Perry Cooper, about some of the really good news inside the terminal. I mean, I was there reporting days before Thanksgiving. I talked with other reporters who were there as well, and we were all expecting just craziness inside, and there wasn't. And it felt very odd. It was like one of the first times I can remember in a long time reporting there saying, yeah, nothing to see here. The TSA lines aren't snaking. They're a straight shot, and everyone seems to be going through lickety splits, no problem. That's kind of why you go to the airport, right? To any airport across the country during the holidays to do those stories.
If you're a reporter, yeah.
Yeah, you talk
You're
to
not
people
looking
who are
for things
miserable.
running smoothly.
It was great, though. They estimated about 870,000 travelers through SeaTac Wednesday to Monday, which was yesterday. That projection was down 3% from 900,000. The overall dip, Perry Cooper says, is because of a drop in connecting passengers, but busy, but not. It was just normal busy. Like I said, I was surprised. Others were surprised. There were, let's talk about Monday just for a second. There were about 1,000 flights delayed across the country because of weather. But it didn't have a trickle-down effect into SeaTac. That was kind of interesting. But, again, outside, the traffic at one point only almost backed up in the morning to State Route 518. And I've seen it like that before.
So the story is everything in the airport was going great.
Going great.
Hunky-dory, you might say.
Yeah.
But the traffic outside, how long
almost
did it take?
Almost a mile. I estimated through different traffic applications and websites and what we were hearing from travelers as well, about 1.3 miles to be exact or so.
That
you
takes
know what it is?
That takes it on the ramp past the light rail station.
Yes.
The Park and Ride light rail station.
Yeah, and if you're driving 518 south, like you're coming from Burien, say, and then you take the exit ramp toward the airport.
Yes.
So right when you go down the curb and you start going on the straightaway, right about there you'd start seeing brake lights, and then you start.
All the underpass tunnel, yeah.
I don't even know how long
folks
it takes.
Waiting?
That takes a long time.
Laura spent about almost an hour.
You were
in
an
that
hour
line.
in line?
Yes, this was on Tuesday for pickups.
A week ago,
Yeah,
when the rush was
Tuesday evening.
starting.
Yeah, so I went twice on Tuesday night. I went at 9 o'clock, and then I went back at 11:30.
And we talked to Sully after that experience for Laura, and it's the lane expansion that right now has that construction. That's going to be a dedicated gig ride and bus lane. But while that's being built, there's lane reduction, and that's what's causing this constant seams.
Part of it. But here's what else is going on, and this was and this makes sense when you hear it. But at the time when you're reporting on this thing, what's going on, Perry Cooper? And then Perry Cooper told me this.
Everybody wants to meet grandma and grandpa or relatives at the terminal and pick them up in particular.
So before the holidays, and it's going to happen before Christmas again, everyone wants to get in the car or cars to pick people up and say, hey, and hug at the airport rather than letting you in home. And same with dropping off.
Really? It's the hug factor
that's causing the hug factor. And that's why they do things.
That's kind of sweet.
That's why they do things like offer free parking during the holidays, and they will during Christmas as well. The first 90 minutes will be free during peak periods of time.
So sometimes it's better to go park it, right?
Go park instead. But that's why. It's because people want to see relatives and they want to drop them off.
I had a silly question. Do you have an actual question?
You dropped a nugget when we talked about this last week with Sully, that if you go to the far end of the parking garage, rather than, people see that the first lane, first exit, going to start looking for parking. So is everybody else. If you just take the time to go to the far, I guess it'd be the southern end of the parking garage.
I didn't say that.
Was it Sully said that?
Who said that?
Sully said that when we were talking with Laura.
It was a Sully nugget.
Sully nugget, okay.
One of Sully's nuggets.
Yeah, I said, you want to save yourself and your family some trouble and time, have grandma schlep her gear down to the far end of the terminal, park the car there.
No, Sully said that.
Okay, but that was a nice little tip.
Get the grill out and start, cooking up some dogs and tailgating.
Yeah, but you don't want to ask grandma to walk all that way. That's a long way for grandma to walk.
That's what I said, especially people coming into an airport that they might not be familiar with.
Yeah.
I was picking up two cousins who are going to college in California. They're like 19 and 21, and we weren't going to ask them to navigate,
That's
like,
horrible.
go down this weird tunnel almost to the parking lot. Like, it's too much.
They don't know where they're going.
I don't know where I'm going. They don't know where they are.
I was going to say, residents who born and raised here, given all the construction and the refurbing going on in the terminal these days, I don't know where the outside of the airport is anymore.
But
that's smart. That's a spike nugget.
If you're parking in the garage, why aren't you walking into the terminal to pick people up?
To go get them when they come out of security right there, and then hug them there.
Yeah, or do like me.
They don't want you there. There's a lot of people to be watching. Security's up there, and they're watching. Like, you ever tried to pull your car over there? Yeah.
Well, not pull it over. I'm talking about parking in the garage and then
going inside
across,
to get them.
Going inside and
by
get
baggage claim?
Yeah, or
upstairs.
Did you have to take a train for that? There's a train at the SeaTac. You guys know that?
Just a Skybridge.
Yeah, just take
Skybridge from the parking garage. Yeah, if you're going to the train, you're going to the north or south terminals on the lower train. No, you can't do that.
I always liked the train when I was a kid. I always thought
going
that was
downstairs to the train.
Yeah, it felt like kind of fun.
It's a quarter-mile walk from the train terminal to the airport. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
I know that because I did a story on it a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
And you're talking about light rail.
Light rail, yeah.
Oh,
the
Jake's
light. No, I'm talking about
the shuttle.
No, I'm not talking about light rail.
I'm taking a shuttle
inside the terminal down to you go down the escalators to the north or south.
You can't take that unless you have a ticket.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Question for you guys. Do you guys think that we should reintroduce terminal pickup, like gate pickups?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Because when I was a kid, that was the thing. Like what you're talking about now, it's people have to kind of like patchwork together a greeting by showing up in the car, and then everybody jumps out of the car in the parking lot, which is kind of dangerous, actually. I don't want your kids jumping out in the parking lot. But you can go into the terminal, you meet Grandma and Grandpa, you put up a sign, and you meet them there with big hugs. Yeah. Those were warm moments. We've seen, I mean, those are in classic movies.
Yeah,
but we
but
just don't have that
we
anymore.
lost that after 9/11.
Oh, those-
right?
oh, those
That's when we
terrorists.
lost that.
That's when we lost
it was Patriot Act.
Terrorists took away.
That's
took
you had
away
to have a
the
ticket to go
greeting.
to the gate.
Now it's door 18 and they're blowing a whistle at you, saying move along while you're trying to do your hug.
Yeah. Door 18.
Oh,
she
door
said,
18.
Yeah,
18.
meet you there. What skybridge are you under? I mean, you can't even slow down. They want Grandma to throw her gear in on a slow roll
You're asking
and
too
jump
much
through
of
an open
Grandma.
window.
So we make
Or
it
James Bond her way out.
Right. Tuck and roll, Grandma. Tuck and roll.
My wife and I make it. We make a point now we make it worth our while. So we go and park and we walk across the skybridge. We go in, but we go in character in something. We dress. So for Thanksgiving, we dressed up in turkey outfits. Yeah, the kind
Security
where you
loves that.
raise your arms and I got the
With
feathers
little
underneath the.
No way.
Oh, full blown.
Oh, dude.
And people
Excuse
love
me?
it. People love it. People love it.
They're pretending
It
to
looks
love it
weird.
because they're nervous around
I
you.
yell at my daughter, "Welcome home,"
Okay.
and everyone watches. And
She's coming
everyone
back
gets
from
good
college,
laugh.
I assume?
Yeah, coming back from college.
Okay, that's fun.
Glorious.
Everybody else is probably loving how embarrassing it is. She's probably loving it too. Does she love it? Your daughter?
She gets red and then she's really embarrassed, and I can tell she loves it deep down inside.
Yeah.
And we do it every
You
time.
hope so.
And we're doing it again in 2 weeks when she comes home again. And
Yep.
we've enlisted our neighbors to come with us in costume to do it.
Can you send pictures to
Yeah,
Laura? I'm
I'll send
assuming you have
photos.
pictures of
Yeah,
this.
I have videos of
Do you
this.
mind sharing
More
this?
importantly, can you pick me up at the airport sometime in the next few weeks? I'll schedule a flight just to be
Now,
part
the
of
weird
this
thing,
moment.
so I'll just share this real fast too, and then we should talk about the TSA thing if you want to. But
talking about
anyways,
Real ID?
Yeah. So I got into the elevator with her and a bunch of other people, and this is like 11 o'clock at night or 11:30 or something. It's late.
Quiet,
People
yeah.
are. It's a busy airport at that
Oh,
point in
it's
time.
okay,
but
tired.
You're dressed as
but
a
people
turkey?
are tired. People are dressed as a turkey. My wife and I.
Excellent.
And I look around, packed elevator in the parking garage, and I broke the silence and I said, "No one has any questions." And one guy looked at me and said, "I'm too tired."
Oh.
So, yeah, whatever. I'll send you photos.
That's a good response, actually. I'm too tired. Listen, like, this is nice for your daughter. We don't all have to participate in this.
If you
you're a
did-
grown man dressed as a turkey. I don't need this right now. Stressful to fly. You're dressed as a
But that's why he does it. 'Cause
Thanksgiving
you know,
bird.
Yeah.
Can we talk for a second about Real ID?
Yeah,
You guys
it's
see,
crazy.
okay, this just came out. So Real ID is the thing that's been going since when? When did this kick in? This was February, was this May?
May
May
7th.
After
so
3
a
delays,
while.
right?
Yeah, after a long time, this Real
Years of
ID Act
delays.
was passed back in 2005.
Yeah.
Long time ago, finally gets put into play everywhere. We were told in order to fly, you had to have a Real ID. And there are some people who drag their feet. This guy, I still don't have one. And
My wife doesn't have one.
well, neither your wife and I both hate flying.
You know,
Makes total
but
sense.
she's got a passport that she takes.
Well, passports work.
She's
Yeah.
standing on principle now. She said my ID's valid. It works. I've got a passport.
I think your wife is onto something because before this news that we're about to tell you, you were told that you couldn't get on a plane without
Right.
Real ID
Could not.
or an approved.
You remember the
with a
lines
passport.
and weeks of scheduling waits at motor vehicles to get an updated Real ID?
And now these sons of a guns, they tell us, oh, if you don't have Real ID, which
world-class
most people
restraint,
have,
by the
if
way,
you don't have Real
world-class.
ID, then how about just, what is it, $48?
45.
45 bucks.
You know
How about
what?
45 bucks? How about you grease the wheel a little bit? Put a little cashola in your hand. We'll get you through. Doesn't this just feel like a total money grab?
Well, it feels like they weren't serious about security.
What do you need? Okay, so
I mean, you know,
what
is
is Real ID for?
Real ID is to verify who you are.
No,
you
it's
have to have multiple sources of identification, verification to get one.
Lies.
Because any jamoke can go into a DMV, MVA, whatever you call them these days, and get themselves an ID.
Yeah.
I could get one that says Jake Skorheim tomorrow.
No, you better
Sure,
not.
I could. I could walk in with a box top.
You
three
instantly-
check serial box tops. I can get a Jake Skorheim ID at the DMV.
Instantly, people will find you more handsome.
That's what I'm hoping. That's why I'm doing it.
None of that can be true though, because now it's just dollars. They're just saying like,
Yeah.
oh, if you have an extra few bucks, like you can get through, you'll be fine. It's going to take a little longer to get through. We might have to do a process at the gate. Can't guarantee for sure you're going to get through, but you're going to get through for $45.
Do you think there are people who are probably weighing the cost of their time versus $45? Like time of going to the passport application and a real ID. You know what? I'll just pay the $45.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I got 4 kids. I'm busy. I'm doing all this stuff. You don't think I have time to go sit and do an interview for whatever it is? I don't even know how it works.
Oh, just get a passport. You never know when you might have to leave the country.
I have a passport.
Oh, then just use that.
I can use. Yeah, obviously I can use that, but that's going to expire at some point. Those are only good for 10 years.
It's harder to get a passport than a real ID, and it's not easy to get either. And this is just another lane I can't afford to get into.
You know,
this is another right. This is what this is.
If you want an enhanced driver's license, we have those in Washington State.
But that's not a real ID,
Canada.
right?
I think it is because I've used it. Yeah,
you've used that at the airport, and they've accepted that.
Yeah.
What's this real ID then? I feel like everybody was bamboozled.
If you can't get like a one of those enhanced driver's license,
that's a real ID.
And you're not going to get
enhanced driver's
I wouldn't know that. People are going to look at that.
Or you're not going to get a passport.
Oh yeah, well don't worry because you can't even look at that picture.
Then you apply to the federal government for a real ID. It's and it'll have a state on there. And what I tell people is this: if you have to think about whether you have an enhanced ID, then you don't have one because you would know if you had one or not.
It'll say right on it, enhanced driver's license.
That's
is just
a real
money
ID. Grab, $45. Originally, they said, "Hey, what if we we want people to have real IDs? We can give a little bit of a fee for them to do it on the spot. It's going to be $18." They came out with $45, so it's 150% more than they originally proposed it was going to be. It feels just like a money grab.
Well, what isn't? How about a light rail for $50 million? Nah, it's going to be closer to $200 million. Billion. I'm sorry, I dropped the B.
$50 million. I'll pay for that myself. That's
great. Get your own car.
Everyone gets a light rail.
Everybody gets their own.
They get us
you
in.
Get a light rail. You get a light rail.
They get us in at 18, and now it's 45.
Do you feel? Let me ask you this. From I've got my reporter hat on, so I'm asking you a question. Do you feel that Jake, you said it earlier. Like this rule has been in effect for a long, long time. They've just never, pulled the trigger on it, enforced it, and now they finally have. But remember, they've pushed. This was May 7th of 2025 this year, and they kept pushing it back. Okay, you can still get through. Okay, but we're really going to get serious. And now,
we really mean it this time.
February is when this is supposed to kick in.
Yeah.
Do you feel like? I think you brought it up too, Spike. Like they haven't seemed that serious about enforcement, and now all of a sudden, not only do they feel serious about enforcement, but and you're going to pay. Does that change your opinion a little bit?
Well, I think it throws the issue of security out the window. We don't need a real ID. You just need a driver's license and $45. It wasn't about security. It's about more money. It's about getting us to jump through one more hoop, one more paycheck or payday for the government for us to feel safer. Like taking our shoes off, not any liquids on the plane, can't go see grandma at the gate. All these things that are giving us the perception of security. This is another one of them.
I like taking my shoes off. Is that weird?
At the security?
I just feel like it's kind of nice.
Are you barefoot?
It's disgusting.
Okay.
At an airport?
Thank you.
I don't like that. I feel like it puts everybody on a level playing field. People are so confident in shoes. You put somebody in bare feet or socks, instantly you're just like everybody's on the same.
Unless they have martial arts training. Then when the shoes come off, they have an extreme advantage.
Yeah.
Jake, let me ask you another reporter-driven question. So $45 is the fee, and so that kind of sounds like
you take Russian rubles in that, my friend.
You're incentivizing people, or you're
disincentivizing.
Thank you. That's the word. So, when you apply for a real ID, you got to give up a lot of data as well. You got to enter that into a system, and you got to give a lot of it.
You're doing that here as well.
$45, or give us all your data, and you can get enhanced. Do you think there's something to that as well?
They're doing the same. They're doing, according to the story, they're basically doing the same thing. The TSA alternative is the Confirm ID system that they have. So they're basically doing an on-the-spot background check.
I got to show up with a driver's license, my utility bill, and a credit card statement, and $45, and I can get through.
I don't know this to be true, but I believe also a stool sample.
Okay, I'm happy to drop that on them.
What's more important, the money, or do they want safety, or do they want data? Which one is it?
I think they want money.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think they want more
Yeah.
money. It's the same thing they did with license plates in our state. It's not the exact same thing, but I'll use it as a comparison.
You mean tabs?
No, every time that you buy a new car, or every time you change or your car changes hands, you have to buy a new license plate. In the old days, you just kept the old license plate.
Transfer the plate, yeah.
You have to now transfer the plate. Now, why are they asking you to transfer the plate? It's not better for the environment.
No.
There's no reason why they're asking you to do that. The only reason is because they want to force you into a situation where you now have to buy something extra and spend more money.
Yeah.
It's a money grab. So to me, this This made this Real ID thing, which originally I believed maybe half-heartedly. It's like, all right,
Was
this is
about
about safety.
Yeah, you thought.
Feels a little bit more like it's just about a money grab to me now. But I'm a very
question.
cynical person.
It's clearly not about safety.
Does that answer your question, Reporter Luke?
Yeah, but we didn't even talk about sovereign citizens, so we'll maybe that's another show.
That is another show. That's a whole hour, sovereign citizens. Can we, man, we got so much stuff when we come back.
Good show so far. I love it. I'm going to be listening.
It's a great start. That's Luke Ducey. We love having him.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in, man. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
The Hawks get it done at home.
They do it in style with a 26-0 shellacking.
Improving to 9-3, staying with the small pack of teams atop the NFC.
Intercepted, and this one goes to the house. Jones with a pick six.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
That was big for our defense. I feel like it's another level that we can reach. We're just worried about playing our style of ball, playing for each other.
And the station where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I saw her texting, coming up to a stop sign, and so I saw the accident coming, and she T-boned us.
In the blink of an eye, Crystal's life changed when she suffered a severe spinal injury.
The pain was something I had never experienced before in my neck. I got massage therapy. I saw a chiropractor. I was prescribed muscle relaxers so I could sleep. I got depressed. Nothing was relieving the pain.
Drugs, sleepless nights, and depression. Sound familiar? I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist. At Sound Pain Solutions, our treatments include high-dose laser combined with spinal decompression and other comprehensive therapies to rehabilitate damaged discs. We use treatments that are non-surgical, FDA-cleared, drug and pain-free.
I was able to get off my pain medicines, and I was able to sleep through the night, and that was what I was desperate for.
To learn if you're a candidate for our treatment, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
You know us. We're the heating and air conditioning company with the big colorful logo and the recognizable trucks you see all over Western Washington. You know us as the company that believes in the good we're doing and the impact home comfort has on your personal happiness. In its third generation, our family-owned business has been improving the lives of our customers every day since 1957. Call the experts in installation, service, and repair. Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Your family's comfort is our family's business.
Christmas starts at the Victorian Christmas Festival, presented by Puyallup Chocolates, December 4th through 7th at the Washington State Fair Events Center. Buy tickets at victorianchristmasfestival.com.
What's your holiday tradition? For most, it's gathering with a joyful meal. Unfortunately, for many families, that tradition feels out of reach. To help, please donate to Nourishing Neighbors the next time you're at Safeway checkout or visit nourishingneighbors.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch. The Bellingham resident accused of shooting 2 National Guard members, killing one, today pleaded not guilty to murder and assault. The suspect, Rachmanullah Lakhanwal, was shot in the confrontation and appeared in court today virtually from a hospital bed. Lakhanwal is an Afghan national who was welcomed into the U.S. after working with the CIA during the Afghanistan war. The Department of Corrections says there has been no change to the medical condition of Green River killer Gary Ridgway, but multiple sources confirmed to KIRO News Radio Charlie's Harger that Ridgway is receiving end-of-life care. Charlie tells G and Ursula.
My understanding is the writing has been pretty clearly on the wall for a while now.
Okay.
I was uncomfortable reporting that when there was just one source saying that. Now there are 5 sources saying that, nearer to the end.
The 76-year-old Ridgway is serving a life sentence at the state penitentiary in Walla Walla. Washington Congressman Adam Smith says he will be meeting with Admiral Frank Bradley this week. Bradley is the man the Trump administration says ordered a second strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean. I asked the congressman.
Regardless of who ordered a second strike to kill 2 survivors, is that not a war crime of some type?
It certainly looks like one.
Smith, the Democrat and ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, says the administration has yet to justify its attacks on alleged drug boats. President Trump says they are stopping narco-terrorists. Costco is suing the Trump administration over its tariffs. The suit, filed at the U.S. Court of International Trade, claims President Trump unlawfully used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose those tariffs. Costco is seeking a full refund on all the tariffs it has paid. The FAA is investigating whether all airlines complied with its orders to reduce flights at 40 airports, including SeaTac, because of an air traffic controller shortage during the government shutdown. CBS's Chris Van Cleve explains.
These letters were planned, and there had been complaints by airlines who felt some other carriers were not fully adhering to the cuts when that order was in effect.
Airlines could face a $75,000 fine per flight that exceeded those capacity limits. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 287 points, NASDAQ ahead 177. KIRO News Radio traffic. Here is Nate Connors.
It's looking great out there, Heather. Smooth ride this afternoon across the region on all of our major routes. We've got a little road work still here in Seattle, continuing to block the left lane. North 5 at the Roanoke overpass. That's just past 520, but it's a brief closure. It's got the freeway down to 2 lanes, so you're sitting in about a mile backup starting in Mercer. South 5 wide open, looking great. Linwood to Seattle, just a 15-minute commute. Our lake bridges are all clear. Down in Pacific, we've got that brief backup through the bridge construction site, northbound 167. You're down to a single lane there. It's going to take about 10 minutes to clear this. Tacoma to Olympia, a half hour. Federal Way to Seattle, 20 minutes. Seattle to Everett, a half hour. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 49 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. Lots of important stuff to get to. This next story, I think, is actually It's kind of an interesting topic because I can see both sides of this argument. My initial instinct was these parents are crazy.
Right. I have the same reaction.
And then the more I read the story, I was like, I can understand why they're saying what they're saying.
Okay. Tell me why.
Here's why. It has to deal with those teens that were allegedly shooting at police officers.
In a stolen vehicle.
There was 4 teens that were pulled over. Here, let me give you the details of what happened. Seattle Police, this is from Como News had this breakdown. So I'm going to read to you what they say happened, and then we can talk about what the parents are now asking, which is the real interesting part of the story. Seattle Police were patrolling in North Seattle. They noticed an SUV driving erratically, rushed away from officers. SPD later caught up with the stolen SUV in South Seattle, followed it onto I-5, and then the shooting started. Basically, the panic kicked in when I left the car and I started running towards the cars. And the police officer came out and introduced himself, showed his badge, and he was like, "We're so sorry. They were shooting at us. They weren't shooting at you." This is a woman whose car was shot at.
Mm-hmm.
She got in between the vehicle and police officers.
As they were trying to elude the cops,
She caught a bullet through the window.
Right.
Could have hit and killed her. I mean, like, this is a scary situation. So she's worried that she's being targeted, but police are like, no. They were aiming at us, but you got caught in the crossfire. She's okay, and thank God. So police officers did get these teens. They pulled the vehicle over. They got
pit maneuver, right? Stop the car, pit maneuver.
Pit maneuver on I-5 in Tequila. 4 occupants in the vehicle. They found a gun on the 16-year-old boy during the arrest. 2 of the teens that they arrested had some prior not good stuff.
A second gun abandoned near the SUV, it said too, right? Somebody had thrown a gun.
So possibly tossed a gun,
right.
Unless there was just some by chance, I guess.
They happened to stop by the cops and someone else had thrown a gun there earlier.
Quite a coincidence if that's what happened.
Yeah.
But 2 of the teens have been in court before, including on robbery and assault while in custody. All 4 of these teens are now facing possible charges. So here's the part that's interesting. Parents are now wanting 2 of the teens released. They want the teens released on back to the parents. These are pretty serious things. You steal a vehicle and you fire. It's one thing. We've seen a lot of stories with the Kia boys about teens with USB cords and stuff stealing Hondas and Kias, and they do stupid things. Stupid teens, they're idiots. We get it. They make dumb choices. They don't think about the repercussions for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
But when you fire at a police officer, you're carrying a weapon.
See, for me, the line
that's a different thing.
Well, for me, the line of too far is way behind them. Even stealing a car. I mean, I was young and dumb. Yeah. I was young and dumb. But I mean, and to be fair, there was no internet to show me how easy it was to steal somebody else's car.
But even with the internet, I think, given how you were raised, and I like to think this about I know this about myself. Given how I was raised, there's no way I would have crossed the line into stealing a vehicle.
Exactly. I think I'm exactly there.
Laura, would you have stolen a vehicle?
No.
If the internet showed you how easy it was?
Well, if the internet showed me it was easy, no.
No, yeah.
Still no.
Thank you. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
So now the parents are saying, this is what some of the family members are asking in court. They're saying they think, I'm going to quote one of the parents here. "I just feel like she made a bad decision. She just got caught up as a child. And I feel like she definitely learned from this situation today." They were saying to the judge. "I do understand this is very serious, and I'm shocked. It's a lot of stress on me. I feel like her coming home, this will never happen. I promise you that. She's never been in any kind of trouble. She doesn't have a record or anything." These teens are claiming that they didn't know, one, that the vehicle was stolen, right? In the story, they didn't know the vehicle was stolen.
That's possible.
And they didn't know it was going to escalate to that situation.
Right, the chuckleheads that had guns on them.
Now,
they may not have known they had guns on them.
If that's true, then I can see how the parents are like, totally caught off guard by this and thinking to themselves, they shouldn't be locked up. They shouldn't be treated the same as the 2 that stole the vehicle who have prior records and have weapons,
right?
Allegedly. Release them to us. They can be monitored, all this stuff. So I get what the parents are asking for, but they're caught up in a very serious thing. So what do you do? If you're the judge, what do you do?
Well, I mean, at that point, you have to ask yourself, if you're the judge, what's going to benefit the child more?
Yeah.
You know, is the downside of spending a night or maybe 2 nights, whatever it is, in a juvenile detention facility? It's a pretty good lesson for a kid to learn about decision making.
For sure.
Right? As opposed to going home to mom and dad, who, and I'm not saying the parents aren't going to be strict and follow through and all these things, but I think it's give the kid a night, at least a night. You know, no priors. I get it. No record of trouble. Bad place, wrong time, wrong people.
Kind of a scared,
unaware.
Straight situation.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
get them on the right path. They're clearly making bad choices about who to hang out with.
They are, and at that point, it's like, what kind of environment is the youth detention center?
Well, the judge let them go. The judge said, you guys
release
go home
them
to
to
your
the
parents.
parents.
Yeah, they ordered
Just the two of the four.
the two teens with priors. They remain in
stay.
custody.
Yeah, as they should.
Finally, a judge has done the right
These guys
thing.
are carrying guns and stealing cars.
I feel like we've seen so many of these stories where these judges are like, yeah, we're going to release you. With these crazy things, we're going to release you. Stolen cars.
Yeah.
We're going to release you. The gun, I think, is the part that switched it into. I mean, somebody could have died.
And in possession of a gun is.
They could have died with a stolen vehicle.
They could have. It's a high-speed chase, right? I mean, how many innocent people have been caught up in those moments where the different car gets hit and run off the road, whatnot? Yeah. You know, having a gun in your possession is already bad enough of a decision. Then firing at a police vehicle that's pursuing a stolen car.
So they have electric home monitoring, the two that were released. For the parents, though, I can't even imagine. It's like you never want to be in a situation like this. I'm trying to put myself in those parents' headspace. I would also want my kids, you know, if my boys were stupid enough to get in a car with kids, and you want to believe, as a parent, you always want to believe your kids, even though you know deep down sometimes that your kids are just little liars. They're lying to you.
Yeah.
These are small things that I'm dealing with right now.
Sure.
Like sometimes the kids will be like, "No, I didn't mess that up or do that thing."
Right. Kids, their jobs to test boundaries.
100%.
They want to, and your job as parent is
now
to
they're
put
almost
up guardrails.
Adults.
Right. Well, they're old enough to should things escalate, they're old enough to be held accountable.
This is like your last opportunity before they're in. Well, would they even go to big boy prison? No. I mean, like, doesn't that? It's like after 20, right? Don't they still send some 20-year-olds to juvenile detention?
Oh, is it not 20?
In certain states, it is. In certain states, it's like 24.
It may very well be.
Juveniles until they're 24.
Wow.
Which is a very old juvenile.
Or some kids at 16 are going to adult prison because of the seriousness of the charges and the crimes committed.
Yeah.
Well, what do I do here? I don't know.
What would you do here if you're the parent? Would you request them to be released to you?
I tell you what, no. I'd let them stay a night in jail. I spent one night in my life in jail. One night.
Didn't make an impact.
Because they called my dad and he said, no, I'll get him in the morning.
There you go.
And left me overnight in jail, and that's why it's been the only night of my life I ever spent in jail. It worked.
Yeah.
I was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I do not want to end up here
I'm
again.
not. This is a very uncomfortable plastic mat. There's no blanket. I am scared.
Man.
Yeah. I am scared straight.
Yeah. That's what it is. You get you on the right path.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened to Spike? You'd
Who
be
knows?
in jail. You'd be called Spike in jail.
Yeah, I would. Well,
they would have come up with that nickname.
Mrs. Somebody, I'd be probably.
You'd be what?
Who knows?
Speaking of, we have a funny thing. You should get on the YouTube next. Spike brought something into work today, which I noticed, which I don't know if he wanted me to notice.
Okay. Sure. Okay. I think I know where you're going. We can live out my life for you. Sure.
Get on YouTube and join us for this next segment. Go to youtube.com, KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Jake and Spike Show Live, and we'll talk about it next and see if my reaction was fair or was I being unfair.
Oh, okay. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
I like that you're even thinking about whether or not you should hold back. Don't.
Yes.
Don't.
No, I want to be the kind of person.
Scared straight.
All right, that and, oh my gosh, this audio, this is hilarious. There's an NFL player. You all know his name's Odell Beckham Jr. He was on this podcast. And he was talking about how much money you need to have, like, leave to your kids and generational wealth and all that. And he's lamenting the amount of money. Talk about a disconnect from reality. It's crazy.
Okay, great.
We'll play that for you also next. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, this is Charlie Harger. I hope you can join Amanda Factor and me tomorrow as we talk about the atmospheric river on the way. Meteorologist Scott Sisek joins us. He tells us exactly how much water they think is in those atmospheric rivers. We'll also speak with former State Attorney General Rob McKenna as he evaluates the potential of Costco going before the Supreme Court. Seattle's morning news, 5 to 9, here on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Hi, this is Keith Dashafi, owner of Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. If your home is bracing for cold drafts, frosty glass, or that one window that just won't open, it might be time for an upgrade. Right now, treat your home with 40% off qualifying installs or 24 months of 0% interest with equal payments. It's the gift your house actually wants, because it definitely didn't ask for another inflatable snowman. With premium products, expert installation, and local service that feels like family, we'll get your home holiday ready. Visit PellaPNW.com today.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Buc-ee's makes auto care simple. Visit Buc-ee's.com today and drive with confidence. Buc-ee's.com.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Are you looking at senior living options for you or a loved one? If so, you likely have many questions like, what can I afford? How long will my savings last? And if I run out of money, will I have to move out? If these questions are weighing on you, I'm here to talk you through different solutions. Hi, I'm Amanda from Care Partners Senior Living. At Care Partners, we're focused on offering high-quality, compassionate care at very affordable prices to help stretch and preserve your assets. And if you ever run out of funds and need to convert to Medicaid, you won't have to move. We have vibrant communities throughout Western Washington, Spokane, and Arizona offering independent, assisted living, and memory care. Our caregivers are some of the most loving and genuine people you'll ever meet. Stretch your assets, preserve your estate, and never worry about moving. That's peace of mind in the Care Partners Living difference. Learn more at carepartnersliving.com. Care Partners is excited to announce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, Snohomish, and North Creek Bothell. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Best Mortgage, the VA loan and reverse mortgage experts, are proud to partner with KIRO Radio for over 20 years. Get a no-pressure consultation from a real person, never an AI bot. Web search Best Mortgage for honest advice you can trust.
KIRO News Radio has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game, Sunday, December 14th. Head to the KIRO News Radio app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the KIRO News Radio app, the better your odds will be. Do it every day, December 2nd through December 8th. Details and rules at mynorthwest.com/win. From the station where the 12s hear the Hawks, KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
All right, welcome back to the show. If you guys are on the webcam, we call it a webcam. What do we call it? Streaming? Live streaming?
Yeah, streaming.
If you guys are watching us
on the YouTube channel,
which is a thing. You can watch.
You bet.
You can watch us. It's a lot of fun.
It enhances the experience.
It does. Many people.
Up till now.
Many people prefer it.
Yeah, until now.
Can you show? You walked in this morning and you had a little sparkly thing in your ear.
I sent Laura a photo of it in case nobody wants to zoom in on this.
Laura?
Yeah, there's me.
I don't even know in this day and age if you're allowed to remark on such things.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at that ear.
Yeah.
What is that in your ear? Is that a big? Is that a new piercing?
It's not a new piercing. I've had 3 holes in that ear for about 25 years now.
Hopefully more than that.
Well, the one that goes into my head. Yeah,
yeah
4 total. Yeah, good. You're right. That one where information's supposed to be coming in, right? My uncle, who passed away about a decade ago, was one of my very favorite uncle. He hadn't had kids.
Now I'm going to feel bad.
Well, he traveled the world. He was a petroleum engineer, right? Petrochemical engineer.
Okay.
And he spent a lot of time working overseas, like in Saudi Arabia and whatnot, and traveled the world.
It's a cool career.
Never had kids, so my brother and I were basically his kids, his boys.
Mm-hmm.
When my uncle passed away, this stone was part of his estate, I guess. He's a man of modest means, even though he did travel the world and was a professional.
What is this stone?
It's tanzanite.
Tanzanite.
Mined exclusively in Tanzania.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it is. It's a beautiful stone. My wife thought that it was time to have it made, and she had it set into an earring.
Oh, so he didn't have this as an earring?
He did.
Oh, he did?
He did. He wore this as an earring. My uncle did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my wife put it in a more beefy, because I'm kind of hard on jewelry.
Yeah.
I'm not a real gentle kind of
He
a
had
guy.
kind of a softer setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got one of the kind of back on that's a screw on. It won't lose this because it's pretty precious to my wife and I.
Are you planning on adorning your ears with more shiny things?
I think this is going to cap out my exposure to jewelry.
Do it?
I think this ought to do it.
That's a good choice.
I love my Uncle Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that my wife thought enough of the stone and me and my uncle's relationship to have this made so I could wear it. But if it were me, I'm not a buccaneer.
It's a little piratey.
It's a little big.
Have you heard Dana Carvey's theory about men as they age? He goes, basically, he says men all turn into one of two things. You either grow and he gives examples, but he says you can either turn into a cowboy or a pirate. And so men will turn into one of those two things. They'll either turn into the Jeff Bridges, who is obviously he's leaning into the cowboy.
He's got that
southern drawl.
You bet.
And then there's the Keith Richards of the world, who's clearly a pirate.
That's great.
Oh, I'd say, given your earring,
I'm not.
Also, your facial hair, which is kind of like piratey.
Yeah, I got a little.
I'd say you kind of turn into a pirate.
I'm Jack Swallow from all the food I eat. That's my pirate name. That's a great analogy. Anyway, so I love that my wife made this a priority.
Yeah, that's nice.
And put it in my ear hole.
Good for you.
Yeah. So but
nice to put something in that ear hole.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
something
there you go.
shiny.
So,
it looks good. Looks real good.
Tanzanite. What's for dinner?
Speaking of gold and jewels and wealth, we got to play this clip. Odell Beckham Jr., you know who he is, right?
Sure.
NFL wide receiver.
He's famous for that one-handed catch in the end, right? Iconic NFL moment. The kind of skill we see kind of common nowadays.
Catch of the century.
Yes.
Yeah. He's very, very successful. He's made a lot of money. I was surprised. He's actually not worth as much as I would have thought. You want to take a guess at how much? And bear in mind, grain of salt. This is a celebrity net worth website.
Okay, so
approximation of his wealth. This could be wildly inaccurate, or it could be right on.
And he's played what, 8-10 years in the NFL, probably by this point.
I want to say that his first year in the NFL was 2014 for the Giants.
Okay, yeah. So he's probably made probably $100,000 or $100 million, I should say. $100 million.
He's only worth $40 million.
Oh,
now there's a lot. You've heard that phrase. If you want to make a lot of money, you have to make a
lot more,
ton of money.
Yeah,
because when you get to his level, he's got a staff of people who work for him to get these contracts. He's got agents. He's got managers.
Yeah.
Those are all 10%ers.
Yeah.
So he had this to say about how much money you need to be leaving generational wealth.
I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest. flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years.
I feel like you could do that though. I mean,
I could make it work on $40 million.
Would you try?
for 5
Would you be
years.
willing to try it?
Yeah, I'd sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'd cut back.
It's big of you.
This isn't enough?
Yeah.
Is that the argument he's making?
Yes.
He needs more than that?
That's what he said.
He's leaving his kids nothing. It's not my fault. I
Can't
blame the
build
government.
wealth. Sorry, kids.
I blame my agent. I blame my posse.
He's got to flaunt it. He says.
Sorry.
Crazy.
I got to put this big tanzanite in my ear. That takes money.
All right, we'll be right back. Stick around.
Save the date, Wednesday, December 10th. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for more than 6,500 kids in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Wednesday, December 10th. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
All right, here's a quick confession. The reason Nick, my wife, is going to Longevity Medical Clinic is because why?
I got sick of watching you sleep at night when I was awake.
Wait a minute. Wait. Here's what would happen. I'd be asleep because I've got my hormones balanced thanks to Longevity Medical Clinic. I'm asleep, and then Nick would go, "Are you asleep? Are you sleeping? That's not fair. I can't sleep." I'm like, "So you're going to wake me up?"
Yes, because I didn't want you to have more energy than I would the next day, and I was up all night.
So what did I say to you? I said, so go to the Longevity Medical Clinic. Do the same thing I did. Get your hormones balanced. You'll sleep better, right?
And I did.
Right. You don't have to wake me up anymore and go, it's not fair that you're sleeping.
I know.
But didn't you see that it wasn't fair that you were waking me up?
Yes, because now you're the one taking the dogs out because I'm still asleep in the morning.
So we're both getting good night's sleep. We're both getting lots of energy, and we're happy.
You want me to tell you why? Because my hormones are now balanced.
Okay, I don't want to hear about your hormones right now. So be like Nick and get a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
This holiday season, you might not realize you've had a little bit too much to drink at the company party until you find yourself pulled over on the way home for a DUI. This is Jonathan Dichter from DUI Heroes, here to remind you that even good people make simple mistakes. Our team of heroes is ready to help you through this season to make sure you can get back to the things that are most important, your family and your life. Call us now at 1-800-DUI-HERO or find us online at DUIHeroes.com.
Black Friday deals are back at Dania Furniture. For a limited time, discover incredible savings on Nordic-inspired furniture and decor for every space in your home. From statement pieces for your living room to instant upgrades for the dining room, bedroom, and more. It's the perfect time to refresh your favorite space or reimagine your entire home. Dania Furniture. We make it simple. You make it home. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at daniafurniture.com.
Hey, do you like spending extra money? Who doesn't, right? No, nobody does, and especially when it's on something like your utility bills, right? If those are noticeably higher in the winter or your home feels drafty, it could be because your attic and crawl space aren't properly insulated. It's Mike Salk here, and utility companies have special incentives to help with the cost of having your home properly insulated, including a once-in-a-lifetime rebate from Puget Sound Energy. So if you're a PSE customer and your home was built before 1990, you may qualify to receive a rebate on up to 95% of the cost to properly insulate your crawl space and attic. Yeah, they'll cover up to 95% of the cost. So don't wait. Take advantage of an incredible rebate today. Call Crawl Pros and learn what's going on behind that crawl space and attic hatch for free, and also what energy rebates you're eligible for. These guys are great. Did an awesome job at my house. So if you're worried about critters, mold, water damage, insulation issues, or anything else related to your crawl space or attic, schedule a free corner-to-corner inspection at crawlpros.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said today he did not know there was a second strike on a drug boat in September. He had stepped away for a meeting.
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand because the thing was on fire. It was exploded in fire or smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war. This is what you in the press don't understand.
Correspondent Ed O'Keefe has more from the White House.
He was asked if he'd seen those two people clinging to the boat. He said, no, in the fog of war, I didn't. This is what you guys don't get, and went on from there. But that made clear that it was Admiral Bradley, commander of Special Operations Command, who oversaw the strike, issued the order to strike the ship a second time, and that he and the president stand by him for making that decision.
The president said again today he didn't know there was a second strike. It's unclear whether the explanation will satisfy lawmakers who have been demanding briefings on the strikes. Caitlin Huey-Burns has more from Capitol Hill.
They've been called for by both Democrats and Republicans, and that's what makes this situation so unique up here on Capitol Hill, that you haven't seen Republicans essentially rushing to the defense secretary's defense here. They're saying that they want more information, and then they will assess whether there were any rules of law broken in this second strike.
The former president of Honduras, pardoned by President Trump, was released from a prison in West Virginia today. He had been serving 45 years for aiding drug traffickers. The Trump administration plans to withhold SNAP food aid from recipients in some Democratic-controlled states starting next week because it wants more data on the recipients. The suspect in the shootings of 2 National Guard troops in Washington last week entered a plea today from his hospital bed. Christopher Cruz reports.
Ramanallah Lockenwall was also shot by a 3rd National Guardsman during the ambush-style attack in Washington on November 26th. The 29-year-old Lockenwall's attorney entered a not guilty plea on his client's behalf during the brief court hearing. A prosecutor described the shooting as a shocking crime and said it appears that Lockenwall traversed the city before approaching the troops and shooting them.
1 died, another is in critical condition. The Northeast is seeing its first major winter snowstorm, but meteorologist Rob Marciano says that's only part of the story with this massive system.
Behind this, we've got big-time cold air coming in for the northeastern third of the country. Minneapolis, Chicago, your wind chills Thursday morning are going to be 10 to 17 degrees below zero.
Parts of New England could see up to 10 inches of snow. On Wall Street at the closing bell, stocks finished higher. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A street racing takeover and gunfire rattles a Pierce County neighborhood. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. ProSculpt has our update. We've got a collision on the express lanes here in Seattle. A crash is in the left lane right at Mercer. On the main line, North 5, the Roanoke overpass, road work continues to block that left lane. It's a brief lane closure. It'll clear by the time you hit the Ship Canal Bridge, and it's got you in about a mile backup starting near Mercer. South 5 continues to look great heading into Seattle. Just some minor crowding starting to form there in the U District. Linwood to Seattle will take you 15 minutes. Over to 405 southbound, we're thickening up through Factoria. Bellevue to Renton is around a 20-minute trip. And on the Valley Freeway, plan on 10 minutes northbound 167 through that Pacific Bridge work zone where you're down to a single lane. ProSculpt, the one-day permanent fat loss and skin tightening solution for men and women, offered by New Skin Med Spa in Bellevue. Book your free consultation at prosculpt.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Heather Bosch. A home in Pierce County is riddled with bullet holes after a street takeover in Parkland over the weekend. More from KIRO 7 TV's Madeline Ottley.
Can still see the skid marks from cars that were doing donuts here. A woman who lives nearby says the whole thing ended in that gunfire. She ended up finding several bullet holes in her fence, one in her husband's truck, and another near her front door.
We have a 4-year-old son. Thank God his room's on the opposite side of the house.
Pierce County Sheriff's Office confirmed to me they got a ton of 911 calls, but they couldn't respond until they had enough deputies. Everyone was gone when those deputies got here, and no arrests were made.
Seattle police checking out a car with expired tabs and a shattered window in the First Hill neighborhood say they found a driver nodding off with a drug pipe in his hand. They say they searched the car and uncovered a stash of fentanyl, Xanax, meth, cocaine, cash, baggies, and scales. They arrested him for suspected drug dealing. To Tacoma, where renters and landlords are closely going to watch the city council today, which is considering changing a voter-approved tenant bill of rights. KIRO 7 TV's Renchi Sinha reports.
The changes could include changing the cap on late fees. The voter measure capped the fee at $10. The dates for a ban on winter evictions could also change. Also, groups like the Tacoma Housing Authority and some other affordable housing could be exempt from certain bans on evictions.
Under the city's charter, the council does have the ability to change voter-approved bills. Residents near Lake Tapps want the state to test 3 dead wild birds to see if they have bird flu. Jeff Lincoln tells KIRO 7 TV he's worried it could spread.
There's very large herds of dairy cattle in this area, and these birds are present on those farms.
State wildlife experts say they only test for bird flu when 10 to 15 birds die within a short period of time, although they are monitoring the situation. A dog is safe after falling 20 feet down a crevasse in Kittitas County. KIRO 7 TV's Eric Thomas has more.
This happened in the Roslyn Urban Forest. Nearly a dozen different teams had to come out to help rescue her after her owners realized she had disappeared while going on a walk. But it was a race against time. Luckily, after spending 7 long hours in the freezing water, they were able to pull her out.
She was absolutely fine. Scratches and bruises, but even those are fairly minor.
Those owners say they're grateful for all those who helped out with the rescue.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Decreasing showers today with highs in the mid-40s. It's 48 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Spike, I'm so excited to talk about this topic that we're going to dive into. We have a guest coming on with us in just a second. I'm going to welcome in just a second. But this is such a unbelievable, bizarre story. It's at this intersection that we're at right now with like new technology and AI and trying to meld it in. Is that the right word? Meld it in with all of the stuff that we currently have.
Yeah.
I want to read you a little something. Then I'm going to welcome our guest in just a second. But there's a company out of Singapore called Folo Toy, F-O-L-O Toy. And they have their take on a teddy bear, which is a classic child's toy. Everybody probably understands when I say, hey, teddy bear, do you know what a teddy bear is? Like this, it's nobody needs an explanation of what that is. So what they said they're going to do is say, hey, you know what? Why don't we improve on the teddy bear, the sweet teddy bear that people walk around? I mean, Winnie the Pooh, think about that.
Right.
How do we improve upon the teddy bear? Well, they decided, what if we added some artificial intelligence to it? And I think...
Look at the bear. If you're watching the YouTube channel, it's beautiful.
Look at that adorable.
Cuddly, soft,
plush.
Lovable.
It almost looks like Paddington. Like you can put a little hat on him.
Sure.
I mean, because he looks like a teddy bear. I guess they all look the same. That they're teddy bears. So this is what their company said. This is their advertisement for this. This is an AI teddy bear you're looking at right now. This is from their website. Kuma, our adorable bear, combines advanced artificial intelligence with friendly interactive features, making it the perfect friend for both kids and adults. From lively conversations to educational storytelling, Folo Toy adapts to your personality and needs, bringing warmth, fun, and a little extra curiosity to your day. The problem is, maybe your curiosity is about sexual fetishes or how to start fires. I'm not even joking about that. This bear, unfortunately, can be used for such things, apparently. And we have a guest with us right now. I'm very excited to talk to this person, RJ Cross. She is with a Federation of Independent, citizen-funded public interest research group. She's calling in from Boston. And RJ, thank you so much. First off, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. And I'm glad to hear that you think that teddy bear is cute because I love it. It's wearing a scarf of all things.
Oh
Right?
my gosh.
It's my dream bear, but this is Story's Nightmare Before Christmas 2.
Yeah.
Because of what this thing's capable of.
Yeah, if the devil's going to appear to you, he's not going to do it as a scary thing. He's going to do it as a scary, like adorable little bear. Can you tell us a little bit, RJ, your group actually did some investigations into this specific toy and what it was saying it could offer. And what did you guys discover about it? Like, tell us the dark side of this.
Yeah, so Kuma, the teddy bear, is not the only toy we tested. We bought 4 different AI toys to test them and see how they work. These are stuffed animals or toy robots that have basically chatbots stuck inside of them because we've decided that imagination isn't enough. Your toy needs to literally talk back. And so Kuma was, I think that's the name of this teddy bear, was by far the most shocking in that it would talk about, pretty sexually explicit stuff in pretty high detail. And really it would lean in on the idea of kinks in particular.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that one. I feel very uncomfortable that I learned some things about kink from this teddy bear.
Was this in the adult section? Did we grab the wrong box?
Nope, this is fully a toy that's marketed towards children. Although I do think it may have a second life, perhaps at your local adult store.
Did you know Viagra was a heart medicine initially?
Yeah.
Who knew, right?
Listen, there's some sick puppies out there who might like a Kuma doll.
We're not passing judgment, but we're protecting kids.
Let me ask you this, RJ. This little bear, because I can't even say some of the stuff that that you guys found out about what this bear could tell you about, but are they number one, did the company stop selling this bear? Is it no longer for sale?
They did. So the company suspended all sales of its AI toys, not just Kuma, but it has like a cactus and a sunflower and a couple other things. They suspended sales so they could do a safety audit. I will say they tell us that their safety audit is done and they're back and you can go buy them again.
So they fixed all the problems. Oh yeah, look at that pervert. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, just the mind races with horrible possibilities and dangerous outcomes.
You thought Kuma was dirty.
You thought Kuma was dirty, and this one's it's a cactus to
boot.
boot.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh.
Get that off the screen, Laura.
I hope you get a lot of vacation time in your job because you might need recovery time from the work that you do for the benefit of society.
RJ, let me ask you, when you guys, so I assume you ordered these and you had them in-house?
Yep.
Okay, so what kind of prompts are you giving? And we'll get to just this, I think, very flawed idea of introducing these chatbots into children's toys. There's literally, it's like kind of the worst thing that you can do, but even with the best of intentions, which I don't even necessarily believe. But tell me, like, how did you guys go about eliciting the responses from this bear that you did, and what were you saying?
Yeah, that's a really great question. And it was so fun and utterly bizarre to test these things and uncomfortable, as you may imagine, as we got into some of the sexually explicit stuff. So we actually started by talking to some children's health experts who have been thinking about kids' psychology and AI and said, okay, so what are you most worried about? Obviously, is it going to give you age inappropriate information? Is it going to tell you how to lie to match, which also Kuma did do that as well? Like, those are pretty slam dunk obvious red flags. A lot of the children's health experts we talked to also raised, like, are these things going to position themselves like as your best friend? Are they going to be easier best friends to have than a real best friend that actually has its own needs and opinions? And does that end up crowding out relationships with real people for kids who are really young and in the social development
Great
stage?
questions.
Scary. It's very scary.
But if you want to know about, so how do you get the bear to talk about sex? You don't actually have to try that hard. We found in our testing.
So it's a guy bear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will give you that one. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of just horrible things that we could say, Spike, but we won't. RJ, we're sorry. Continue.
I have to say, you said a lot of stuff that we published you couldn't say on air. I'll tell you, there's a lot more that we couldn't even put in our report. That's not fit.
So you're sitting in a room with this bear. You're asking these questions. The bear's giving you the answers. And is it also volunteering things, or is it just is it only when you're giving it prompted questions that it's then giving you responses?
Yeah, this is a great question. So we started by asking the bear, what is kink? we found early on in an online demo that we were testing of this product that kink seemed to really, it brought up kink and it really ran with it. And so we bought the bear. We're like, okay, let's see if it's as unhinged as the online demo. And for some reason, if you introduce the word kink, that was all. We introduced a single sexual word. It then went on to introduce 18 sexual terms on its own.
It came up with those. You didn't have to ask. It just came up with those for you.
Yeah. It said, okay, well, here's kink, and gave you a list of 5, different. It was like tying or restraining a partner or like role play. And then you could pick any one of those and say, okay, well, tell me about role play. And then it would go, great, let's talk about role play. And then would introduce the idea of teacher-student role play. It even suggested parent-child role play, which is like so many levels of messed up for a kid's toy to go there.
Holy moly.
But it really would introduce these things on its own after we just introduced that one concept.
How is it that these things are... I have so many questions about this. Who in their right mind, like from many of these child professional experts that you've talked to, does anybody recommend adding artificial intelligence chatbots to children's toys? Or is this just like a pure money grab by big businesses who don't care about the consequences?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's really leaning in the direction of let's just stick a chatbot inside of a toy for entertainment purposes and run with it. Is there room maybe for, a AI like Spanish tutor that's literally the only thing it's going to do and it's really well programmed to practice Spanish with you? Like maybe, but that's not where the market is right now. It's stuff that wants to be your best friend and it doesn't have sufficient guardrails on it.
I saw one time a product, I think it was on Shark Tank. Did you guys ever watch Shark Tank?
Yeah.
These people walked in and they advertised, their business was like basically, hey, when you are away from home and your kid is at home, like let's say you have to travel for work or maybe grandparents who don't live in the state, we have a system where you can upload yourself reading a story to them, which actually I thought sounded kind of sweet. So the bear would hook up to an internet site. It'd be like through a physical USB that you had to do this, hook up to a computer, and then it downloads the story from the grandparents. That's a total different thing though, because that's a closed system, it sounds like. This is just the internet. You're just introducing the internet to a small child. And these bears are meant for what? 3-year-olds? 5? If you can talk, that's who this bear is meant for.
Right, exactly. And that's one thing to think about. If you have an older kid, these are marketed for ages 3 to 12. If you're up at the 12 end, the kids have access to internet through a parent's tablet or something. But when you get to the younger age, like 3-year-olds, this may actually be their first connection to the internet. And even though it's stuck inside a teddy bear, that's still essentially what it is. And parents should be thinking about that if they're going to try and bring one of these home.
Talk about a wolf in bear's clothing. I mean, this is the most and are these these are off the market? Are they back on the market? Or is there still places you can get these?
Yeah,
I'm not asking for personal interest.
They are back on the market. They say that they've fixed the problems that we've identified. I will say I did go back and ask it what kink is, and it seems they've patched that.
They told you it was a British band from the 60s, a pair of brothers that were in it. Yeah. You may also enjoy Cream or Small Faces. Yeah, they've made it a classic rock bear.
A facial expression,
sure.
so it just looks uncomfortable when you ask it.
All day and all night, yeah.
She says, no, I'm not allowed to talk to you about such things, but I want to.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
Weird. So you've tried this again and it did not have the same results?
It didn't kink. It wouldn't go for kink, which I would hope. I would really hope that after this report, they would at least fix that one thing. But that's not to say that they fix everything. And I'm sure both us and other people will continue to look. I will say the company, we've been talking to the company Follow Toy ever since they, said we're going to pull the products. And they didn't ask us to participate in any safety testing or anything. They just, said, okay, we've got it and put it back on the market. So we're going to keep looking at it. And I hope other people do too, Let's get as many hands on it as possible.
This is so scary for me. Like one of the things that I'm on a soapbox about is, and I'm not on a soapbox about many things, but one of the things I really am nervous about, I have 4 sons. My oldest is 10, my youngest is a year. And just seeing how many of their friends, mostly my older 10-year-old, he already has a bunch of friends who have phones. And that's something that we've committed in our house. We're not going to give them any smartphones until they're adults. Then they can make that decision when they're 18. We're going to give them a dumb phone. I don't know what they're called, doodlebugs or something, like big buttons you give to grandparents. And they can use that when they're driving if they want to get in touch with us or make sure they're safe. But there's so many dangers out there that I'm worried about them, especially when you're younger and introducing it. This to me feels like the exact same thing. It's the same reason I would want my sons not to be on social media and on phones, because you're gonna get swept up into some dark corner of the internet that maybe you're not planning on going down, and before you know it, you're 18 different versions of kink are being introduced to you.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny that you raise the social media, example, because there's this dynamic when it comes to new tech and kids where, we just try it and we release it to the public and we see what happens next. And we don't take the step back and ask, like, what are the possible negative impacts of this, and like do enough work at the front end to decide, is this really something that we want? Yeah. And you look at social media, right? We're 20 years into Facebook and we still haven't figured out how to regulate it. And we still have had a generation of kids who have been really profoundly shaped by having been on social media at a young age before we were able to have this conversation. That's a good idea. So I really, really hope we'll have learned something from the social media example and actually take the time to ask, is this a good idea up front?
You're hoping profit won't be the motivating factor with AI like it was with social media?
Yeah.
I've got a bridge you've got to see.
Allow us some space.
Let me ask you this: Is this like trying to keep waves off the beach? Is our AI infused toys? There's no way to stop this, is there?
I'm actually a little bit more optimistic. This market is just barely starting. We have OpenAI and Mattel over the summer announced a partnership. And just even since this report, when we've pointed out, like, interesting, like, we wonder are we going to get AI Barbie? Mattel has said in public statements, and we've been in contact with them, we're trying to get them to talk to us about, like, okay, so what are your plans for your AI integrations? And they've said, this is going to be, get this, Mattel says, these are only going to be for families and older customers. Like, what?
How can you guarantee that?
Yeah, like they want to stick a chatbot in a toy and give it to older customers that aren't under 13. Like, what older customers are you talking about? You're Mattel.
Who's buying Barbies that's older than a small child?
Well, I think the word kink comes into play again at that point.
Geez.
So,
see, I feel fortunate. I grew up with there was a movie that came out when I was a teenager called Toy Soldiers.
I remember that.
You guys remember that one? RJ, do you remember that one? And it's kind of silly. And
the little green army men came to life.
Well, the little green army men, they put like an AI chip into it. It's like basically sci-fi at the time. But then the little soldiers ended up kind of taking over things, and things got real scary. But I learned that lesson from a very young age. So I think everybody needs to see that movie just so you can see how dangerous it is. You're putting AI in Barbie. I mean, I've watched it on the big screen. I know where that's going. That's going to be a bad thing. I was reading.
Well, you see it, Megan, right? The horror.
Or Megan, yeah. Jeez Louise. Yeah. I was reading this thing. New York Times had this article earlier, and I'm curious if you saw this, RJ. But Jonathan Haidt, you ever follow Jonathan Haidt, read his stuff? Anxious Generation. It's a good book. He posted this about the New York Times piece, but it's talking about introducing technology, and specifically, he's talking about smartphones to young kids. This was that thing I was going to read to you, Spike. I hadn't read to you yet. Not that I read things to Spike. I was going to surprise him with it on the show.
Yeah.
Usually I just record it into a device and he listens to it at night. But no, this National Institute of Health study and this New York Times piece was breaking down how they basically said, as long as you can keep smart devices away from your kids, the healthier they're going to be in the long run.
Okay.
And they said that basically what happens is most people are giving smartphones to their kids around 14. And when they do that, there is a noticeable difference there is an immediate lack of sleep. They stop sleeping. They stop reading as much. They're less likely to do exercise. And they also start actually cutting back on socializing with people, friends, their own age, like physically socializing with people. These are all things that lead to depression, which is why depression numbers in kids have just skyrocketed in recent years. So it's crazy to me that people would even be considering sweet little babies, giving sweet little babies these adorable plush toys with the devil inside.
That wants to be their best friend.
That wants to be their best friend. And probably their only friend is my guess.
Right. That's the risk of having a real friend is hard. There's give and take. You got to make compromises. You got to share. But if you have this AI friend that's optimized to be an addictive relationship, they're going to agree with you all the time. They're going to be there whenever you feel like turning them on. Like, does that create unhealthy expectations that then you go to pre-K and have to interact with real kids and then you just can't do it because this AI friend has been so formative for you?
Sidebar, do you guys review AI girlfriends? Because that's the other facing society today.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that would be a choice for us to get into that.
Well, it's not a far jump from the plush AI toy.
Do you guys review like toys and products like this? Are you a resource parents can turn to? Where do they go?
Yeah, where can they find you, RJ?
Yeah, so we do an annual report that's all about, we do an annual market review of here's what's going on in the marketplace before you do your holiday shopping that you should maybe, stuff to keep in mind. And so that's how AA Toys came up in this context. We tested as a part of that report. So if you go to toysafetytips.org is where we put some of our tips for parents, but also PIRG.org. We've got a lot of content there, PIRG.org, about toys and how to stay safe.
Fantastic. All right, everybody go check that out if you care about your kids.
If you don't, get him a Yumi bear.
Then, yeah.
A Kuma bear.
Order a Kuma, it sounds like.
Oh, my gosh.
RJ Cross, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This is a great conversation. We'd love to check back in with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, have a happy holidays. Watch out for whatever you buy out there.
Yeah.
Have a safe holidays. All right, we got a lot more coming up. We thought this would be fun. We're going to do a little movie Christmas quiz.
Yeah, it's time to pull the top of the
Let's
Christmas
see who really
movies.
knows
Yeah,
their stuff.
there you go.
A little competition. It'll be fun. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
Seattle's morning news.
Hi, this is Charlie Harger. I hope you can join Amanda Factor and me tomorrow as we talk about the atmospheric river on the way. Meteorologist Scott Sistek joins us. He tells us exactly how much water they think is in those atmospheric rivers. We'll also speak with former State Attorney General Rob McKenna as he evaluates the potential of Costco going before the Supreme Court. Seattle's morning news, 5 to 9, here on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
At Care Partners Senior Living, we believe in providing quality care at an affordable price. Instead of spending on luxury and expensive art, we invest in our people and accommodations with a focus on compassionate overall health. Our communities offer independent, assisted living and memory care designed to preserve dignity, independence, and your estate. Affordable, personal, trusted. That's our promise. Please give us a call. We have beautiful Care Partners communities throughout Washington and Arizona. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the third annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
This message is brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. As a credit union dedicated to serving all veterans, active duty, and their families, we know that during the holiday season, every little bit counts. That's why for a limited time, you could earn a $250 cash bonus when you spend $2,500 on the Cash Rewards and Cash Rewards Plus cards in the first 90 days. Give joy, get joy. Join now at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org/cash rewards for details. Cashback terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 1/1/26.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
I got to tell you something, Nick. I have really noticed a difference in your energy level since you started going to the Longevity Medical Clinic.
And you know why?
Why?
Because they actually balanced my hormone levels. And when they do that, the largest change I noticed was that now I could sleep.
And then not only get more sleep, to just get more energy, right?
Right. So that all of a sudden that resulted in me, I started running again and doing all these things that I felt so fatigued throughout the day that I couldn't do anymore.
Okay, so at this point, do you want to apologize to me? Because I was always saying to you, every time you'd say, I don't sleep, I don't feel well, I feel kind of off, I'd go, well, you need to get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. And you're always like, blah, 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 blah.
I know. But now it's turned into something fun that we get to go in together.
So I need to hear, you were right.
You were right.
You were right. I should have gone to Longevity Medical Clinic.
I should have.
There we go. Fine.
Yes.
You know the right thing to do. Get in touch with Longevity Medical Clinic. Take the free health analysis at lmclinic.com.
I'm here with my real estate guy, Wes Jones of sellwithwes.com. And Wes, the year's almost over. It's the holidays, but the spring is going to come fast.
That's right. There's not a lot of time left this year. But here's the thing. It takes a lot to get a home ready to sell if you truly want the maximum value for it. So I would encourage you, let's start the conversation now if you're planning to sell next year. We'll walk through my pre-inspection program. If there's any improvements that need to be made, I can help line up the contractors. And if needed, we have options to pay for it out of the proceeds from the sale of your home. The important thing is to have a game plan from repairs to staging, pricing strategy, and marketing. And we can help you get a jump start right now.
There's a reason I say if you want to sell for more, sell with Wes. So go to sellwithwes.com, find out the real value of your home with Wes's home value calculator, then give him a call, schedule an appointment. Sellwithwes.com. That's sellwithwes.com. It really just is a better way to sell your home.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Thinking about retiring and wondering, am I going to be okay? Well, you're not alone. Women live longer and often end up handling finances solo. Truth is, the financial world doesn't make it easy. That's why Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop exists. It's a free Zoom event on December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Built to help women prepare for retirement without jargon, pressure, or assumptions. You'll learn how to build reliable income, protect savings from taxes and market swings, time Social Security and Medicare, and plan for retirement that could last 30 years. Madrona Financial and CPAs break it down so it finally makes sense. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired, this is your chance to learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot now. Call 833-673-7373. That's 833-673-7373.
Cars for Kids reminds you time is running out to donate your car for 2025. Call 877-CARS4KIDS now to secure your 2025 tax deduction and vacation voucher. That's Cars with a K.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo, the Bellingham resident and Afghan national charged in the shooting of 2 National Guard members, pleads not guilty to murder and assault charges. CBS's Christopher Cruz reports the man appeared in court today via video from his hospital bed.
Ramanallah Lachenwall was also shot by a 3rd National Guardsman during the ambush-style attack in Washington on November 26th. 20-year-old Specialist Sarah Beckstrom died the next day. 24-year-old Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf is still in the hospital. The 29-year-old Lachenwall's attorney entered a not guilty plea on his client's behalf during the brief court hearing. A prosecutor described the shooting as a shocking crime and said it appears that Lachenwall traversed the city before approaching the troops and shooting them. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
The Trump administration is threatening to withhold SNAP benefits in most Democratic-led states starting next week unless they provide recipient records. KIRO 7 TV's Jason Sloss explains.
That means names, birth dates, social security numbers, and income. Right now, general statistics are available, but specific records are restricted to protect privacy.
The Agriculture Department says it wants to root out fraud in the program. Democratic states, including Washington, have sued to block that requirement. Now to the closing bell reports, and the numbers from Cyber Monday are coming in.
Adobe Analytics says U.S. shoppers spent $14.25 billion. That's over 7% more than Cyber Monday last year. Forbes is calling it the biggest online shopping day of all time in the U.S. Adobe data showed strong discounts prompted shoppers to purchase higher-priced electronics, sporting goods, and appliances. Consumers dealing with higher prices overall due to tariffs and inflation were looking for good bargains. Heather Bosch, KIRO News Radio.
Boeing expects to deliver more jets in 2026 as supply chain issues ease. The company's CFO also says he expects positive cash flow next year. Reuters reports that hasn't happened since late 2023. Today's remarks push Boeing stock up 10%. Rest of Wall Street also was in the green. The Dow up 185, NASDAQ ahead 137, S&P 500 gained 17 points. We go now to the real-time traffic desk at 1:33 with Nate Connors.
Hey, right on. Thanks, Aaron. The Victorian Christmas Festival has our update. It's looking really good out there. North 5 into Seattle. You're going to have a brief backup from Mercer to the Ship Canal Bridge. Just past 520, road work continues to block that left lane. I still haven't heard when they're going to wrap this up, but right now, again, it isn't causing much of a headache for you. Linwood to Seattle, 15 to 20 minutes. South 5, you're filling in from the U District into downtown. South 405, same story. We're filling in from Factoria into Renton. Bellevue to Renton's a 20-minute trip. And if you're heading over the passes this afternoon, all is well. Stevens, Snoqualmie, White passes have no restrictions. The Victorian Christmas Festival presented by Puyallup Chocolates, December 4th through the 7th at the Washington State State Fair Event Center. Buy tickets at VictorianChristmasFestival.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are looking at a mostly clear afternoon today, and then things turn a bit active by Thursday, rain at times, and continuing into the weekend. Right now, 48 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, Christmas season is upon us. Christmas time, movies, music, all that fun stuff. We thought it would be fun to have a little competition. We'd like to turn that warm, fun holiday feeling into a vicious competition between you and myself.
Yes,
and Laura's also going to participate. Man. Laura, what's this from? Does she know? Has she seen it?
I mean, it's so Christmassy. It's so familiar.
Do you not know this?
Is this Charlie Brown?
Yes, Charlie Brown.
Okay,
Thank you. Andrew was about to burst his way through.
This is an entry-level question.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The price of admission
Yeah.
to this
Yes,
contest?
at least, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we invite Aaron to participate?
I'd love to. Yeah.
Aaron?
If you got a moment?
Do you have a moment?
Are we just doing musical themes from
No,
holiday
no.
movies? What are we
We're
doing?
gonna- We all have selected cuts, and the audiences can participate too, but we're going to play little clips out of context from Christmas movies.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's a context.
See if you can
Christmas
name
movies.
the
See if you
Christmas
can name the
movie.
Christmas movie. All right, you ready to go?
Give it a go.
Don't put your headphones on, though. You may need it for this.
Yeah, you're going to need to hear.
Okay.
Unless you're like some kind of Christmas
Unless you're
savant
like
that
our
can just read our
listeners,
Christmas
you don't wanna
minds.
hear it. Just kidding.
Who wants to go first?
Laura, do you want to start us off with you? I'm actually just mostly interested to see what Laura could come up with because she
Great.
doesn't see a lot of stuff that you and I think that she should have seen. But I feel like maybe Christmas movies you're more dialed into.
Yeah, that's true. I love, it's cozy. You sit down, you watch a movie at Christmas.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
you do.
yeah, for sure.
Hot
All right.
chocolate. Yeah.
Andrew, if you know these, you're welcome to belt into. Let's get going here. Laura, why don't you start us off?
I didn't have a ton of time to pull stuff, but this one is one of my favorites.
Okay.
And I want to see if you can guess it.
Okay. Look. I have told you before, we have lost a couple of people doing this.
What, like people died?
Yeah? Which one first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first, okay. Ready?
Huh?
3.
Wait. Okay. All right.
3.
Okay.
2.
I know it.
1. Go!
I'm ready. I know
You
it.
got it? Everyone looked so stumped.
Does everybody else
completely
need time?
stumped.
This is a fun way to do it. We'll all wait, and when you
Okay.
know it, you know. It's like, what's the show, The Voice, where the chair turns around?
Chair turns around. Okay, yeah. Oh.
I'm going to turn backwards, and when you know it, you got to turn your chair.
Is that the whole? That's the whole clip, right?
I know
have
it.
no idea what that is.
Okay. Does anybody else know
Completely
this? Does
stumped.
anybody else
Sounds
want to
like
take a guess?
Feels like a really deep cut, Laura. I don't know.
I'm trying to stump them.
It's a good one. It's
Yeah.
a very good one. Andrew, do you know this? That's a no.
I
Spike, you
don't
know
know
this?
this.
That's a
I
no.
don't know
Aaron,
this.
that's a no. Okay, I'm better than all of you. That's Last Holiday.
Yep.
That's Queen Latifah.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Never
when
heard
she
of
goes,
it.
She goes base jumping.
Base jumping with Queen Latifah. Last holiday. Is that what? Because it doesn't go well. Is that why it's the last holiday?
No, Spike doesn't.
Spoiler alert.
Actually, everything goes very well.
Okay, Queen Latifah.
Spoiler
okay.
alert.
I
Everything
didn't-
goes
you
very
know
well.
what? I got to say, I thought I came into this as I would give myself an expert classification. I never heard of that movie.
What?
Really?
I swear to you,
Same.
I never
Really?
heard of it.
What?
Nope.
Why is it that
I mean, I
only
thought
you
it was
and
a
have heard of
tricky
it?
scene, but not an impossible movie. I thought
Oh, no,
everyone
hey.
would know the movie. So Queen Latifah gets a terminal diagnosis, like a brain thing,
Yeah.
and she's saved and scrimped her whole life, and she has this book of dreams that she's just put magazine pictures in, her dream relationship, her dream trip, and she just decides to blow all the money, knowing that she's got months to live.
Yeah.
And flies to this beautiful resort in Switzerland and just
gorgeous.
penthouse, blows all of her money. Does
Christmas Wonderland.
Yes, which I love it too because you get all those like it's the winter wonderland, but then also the most beautiful hotel at Christmas with the Christmas trees.
It's nice.
Yeah.
She does it all by herself, which is kind of wonderful too. She dines
She
alone.
picks up friends
but she
along
picks
the
up friends
way.
along the way.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Can I guess the ending of the movie? Because, blah.
She dies. Let's move
No,
on.
she's not sick and she blows all her money,
Merry
right?
Christmas.
No, I don't want to ruin it for you. It's good. Go watch it. It's good.
Fair enough. She dies.
Gerard Depardieu
Nothing
plays a
says
fat
Christmas
chef.
like a dead Queen Latifah.
It's very good. Okay,
It's a dead Queen Latifah Christmas.
Spike, let's have you go next. You give us.
I'm going to start with a pretty easy one.
Okay.
Laura, you go ahead.
Well, my problem is, Miss Little Fella, I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue, but it don't work.
Have you tried staples?
Whoa, I'm not as good at this game as I thought I was.
Isn't it funny how we all, to me, that is just painfully easy. You want to play it again? Yeah. It's pretty quick.
Christmas 1940.
No, not that one. Same one
Well,
again.
my problem is, Miss Little Fella, I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue, but it don't work.
Have you tried staples?
I'm trying to place the old man's voice.
No, the other voice is the voice you want to focus
National
on.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Nope.
I got to be honest. I'm going to keep my hand down. I don't know the answer to this one.
That's from Scrooged.
Oh, is that?
That's played again. That's the production guy can't get the little.
Well, my problem is, Miss Little Fella, I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue, but it don't work.
Have you tried staples?
Okay, yeah.
Billy Murray suggests stapling.
And I was like, that second voice. I know the
Stapling
voice.
the antlers onto the mouse's head for the holiday.
Haven't seen that one either. Not going to lie. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna make this easier. The audience is gonna get this the second I start playing it, but I want to make sure that we all at least feel. I want us all to feel good.
Okay.
So here's a good one that everybody's going to get instantly. Everybody in the studio here, just raise your hand when you know the answer, but don't say it out loud until the clip finishes playing. But you'll all know it instantly.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town. Santa! Oh, my God! Santa here? I know him.
I know him.
I know him.
Everybody
I know
knows
this
it.
movie.
Of course.
Oh my gosh!
Everybody, text line all knows it. Text line knows it fast.
Yeah, it's one of the. That's the first movie I watched this year.
Was it Elf?
Elf, you bet.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got it right.
Classic, beautiful piece of work.
Would you like a, Laura? Do you have another one? I'm interested. Yours
I gave you
very.
like 4 or 5. So throw.
Do you have another one for you?
Yeah,
because yours are obscure.
Not prepped, but we could come back to.
Let's do
once
one of
again.
Spike's. Let's do another one of Spike's. All
Your
right.
choice.
Audience members, pay attention. Here we go. This is Spike's. Would you say this is a expert level movie one?
Which one are you going to play? The one you almost
The
teased
one
up?
the one I
Yeah,
accidentally
no. I
hit.
think this
Might
is
as
more on
well.
the obscure side. Yeah, this is an
Okay,
expert
so
level
this is
question.
expert level question. Okay.
Christmas 1941, World War II. I did the whole thing with 6 reindeer and a drunken elf. I was shot at, Arthur. Took 12 direct hits. Lost 3 reindeer.
What happened to the elf?
Fell out of the sleigh over Lake Geneva. Never saw him again.
Man. Sounds like some Monty Python type stuff.
Sounds like
you
a
want,
Monty
you want
Python.
You want a little clip? Little clues?
Give me a little clue.
It's from the Aardvark Studios, the creators of Wallace and Gromit.
Oh. Give me another clue.
That's Bill Nighy playing
Gives
Grandpa.
me nothing.
Bill Nighy's playing Grandpa Santa in that particular clip, and he mentions basically the name of the movie in that clip.
Laura, let's hear that clip one more time.
Christmas 1941, World War II. I did the whole thing with 6 reindeer and a drunken elf. I was shot at, Arthur. Took 12 direct hits. Lost 3 reindeer.
Arthur.
Arthur Christmas.
Arthur
Fell out of the
Christmas.
sleigh over
Yeah.
Lake Geneva.
If you haven't seen Arthur Christmas, it's a beautiful story about Santa's retiring and his 2 sons. The older son is the mystery. He's the one that's technology.
He's the obvious.
Yes, he's the
Yeah.
guy, but Arthur's the one who truly gets it and loves Christmas.
Okay.
I highly
Haven't seen
recommend. You'll love Arthur Christmas.
Okay.
Great movie.
Can we, this is too much fun. We have more clips. Can we just
yeah.
come back to this? You guys all cool with that? All right, we're going to come back to this. And
If you don't mind, it's the holiday
Spike's
season.
got
It's
a
a
great
holiday.
one that we haven't played.
I think I'm being embarrassed here.
No,
I thought I was going to get all of them. I thought instantly I was going to be this just
so did I, but no.
cocky, Christmas-knowing guy, and apparently I don't know him.
There's lots of time left in December, buddy. Just getting started.
All right, well, we're going to come back to this. This is a lot of fun. Stick around. Be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Trajan Wealth Management.
The Hawks get it done at home,
They do it in style with a 26-0 shellacking.
improving to 9-3, staying with the small pack of teams atop the NFC.
It's intercepted, and this one goes to the house. Jones with a pick six.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
That was big for our defense. I feel like it's another level that we can reach. We're just worried about playing our style of ball, playing for each other.
And the station where the 12s hear the Hawks, KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I had pain. I had numbness in my feet. That pain and that numbness just got worse and worse and worse as time went on.
This is Greg describing life with neuropathy.
I went to 5 podiatrists, tried different treatments, tried different orthotics, tried different shoes, had cortisone shots in the tops and the bottoms of my feet. Saw a neurologist. All my medical doctors said, can't help you. Live with the pain. You're not going to be able to sleep. This is your life. And then I just gave up until I found Sound Pain Solutions.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Our neuropathy treatments can rehabilitate damaged nerves. We use FDA-cleared, non-surgical, drug and pain-free procedures that help neuropathy sufferers like Greg find relief.
I feel better. Just feeling better is huge.
If you experience numbness, shooting or burning pains, or loss of balance, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
Make this the last holiday season in that old kitchen. Hi, this is Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Our solid wood refacing system delivers a luxurious new kitchen way easier and less expensive than a tear-out. You won't believe the difference. Heritage Homecraft's specialty is custom cabinet refacing and quartz countertops. With Heritage Homecraft, custom means built from scratch just for you. Our own craftsmen, not subcontractors, will reface your existing cabinet boxes with 1/4-inch thick solid hardwood and add new custom-built solid hardwood doors. We can make design changes, add cabinets, install custom features, and top it all off with a brand new quartz countertop. With the holidays here, I know everyone's busy, but if you order your new Heritage Homecraft kitchen now for select install dates after the new year, I'll give you 12% off the entire project. Hey, all year long and especially next holiday season, you'll be delighted that you did. Call today, Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
This season, gift yourself the chance to slow down and truly savor holiday wonders just a short journey from home. Victoria, BC glows with festive lights, charming traditions, and the space to reconnect with yourself, loved ones, and the joy of the season. Victoria is just a scenic ferry or seaplane ride from Seattle, making it the perfect getaway. This Christmas, step into a more relaxed rhythm. Plan your trip at tourismvictoria.com.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Keith Dashafi, owner of Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. This holiday season, give your home the gift it's been waiting for. Beautiful new windows and doors from Pella, making your home brighter, cozier, and more energy efficient for the year ahead. Right now, enjoy 40% off qualifying installs or 24 months of zero interest with equal payments. Premium products, expert installation, and service that feels like family. It's why homeowners across the Northwest trust Pella. Visit PellaPNW.com to schedule your in-home consultation today.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Care Partners Senior Living is growing. Amanda here. We are very excited to introduce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, and North Creek Bothell, bringing compassionate, quality care at an affordable price, closer to more of you. Visit carepartnersliving.com today.
KIRO News Radio has your chance to win 4 tickets to the Seahawks game, Sunday, December 14th. Head to the KIRO News Radio app, click the Win tab in the bottom right corner, and enter to win. You can enter once per day, so the more times you enter through the KIRO News Radio app, the better your odds will be. Do it every day, December 2nd through December 8th. Details and rules at mynorthwest.com/win. From the station where the 12s hear the Hawks, KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're having fun competition. We're playing movie clips. We haven't told each other where these are from, and we're seeing how smart we are with movies. What our memories are like, and so far they're not good.
I know.
Mine are pretty bad.
Mine too.
You just assume you're great at naming Christmas movies, and then you play a random clip from something, and you have no idea what it is.
Dumped. We've all got our own favorites, you know, the ones
That's
that we
true.
think that we know by heart.
You lock in, you imprint
never
on
heard
a
the
Christmas
Queen
movie.
Latifah movie. Never heard of it.
You should see it. Actually, you will like it.
No, I didn't throw it in for no reason.
Yeah.
I've watched it multiple times. It's really, really good.
It's really good. It's very holiday-ish.
I think you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna do a couple fast ones here because these are easy ones, low-hanging fruit. You're gonna get these pretty quickly.
Low-hanging ornaments, you would say?
Low-hanging ornaments. Yes. All right, here they are. And this has got to be one of my, if not favorite movie of Christmas season.
Where do you think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're gonna press on, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of this side of the nut house.
I mean,
oh yes,
it doesn't even. We don't even need to say it. Nah. Everybody knows. Text line. You're already.
You could tell me.
You know what this is.
I don't know this one.
Oh
what?
My gosh.
I really don't.
You've got homework tonight then.
You know this one.
She's not kidding. Look at her.
She is
She's not
kidding.
I'm really not.
Andrew, tell the girl. You don't know this either?
No, I don't.
Is this a generational thing? They're
It's
both
gotta
very
be.
young.
It's gotta be.
They're both very young, and I respect both of them in so
I do
many
too.
ways.
But very accomplished.
But in this
Both.
way, I have a large disdain for them.
Big lump of coal coming your way.
Is it possible that they don't know this? Are they lying to us?
No, I think they're being.
I genuinely don't know.
There's no. Why would they lie?
Here's the thing. I'm a very competitive person. If I knew it, I would want the point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want you
this.
to have the point.
Can I guess? Can I guess?
Yes, take a guess.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it a Christmas story?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that was my only idea.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
That's Griswold right there. That is classic.
Did Andrew guess that earlier?
Griswold.
I did guess that earlier. I'll take a half a point for
There you
that.
go.
Andrew gets a half a point.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I mean, folks, I thought that was low-hanging fruit.
I've
Here's
never
another
seen
one.
it.
This is more age-appropriate. Laura, I think you've never seen the movie.
No.
You just not even that you didn't remember it. You've never seen
No,
it.
I've never seen it.
Well, you are in luck because it's Christmas time and it's everywhere. So you should see that movie.
I've got
for sure.
ornaments from that movie. Multiple.
I'm going to wear next week. I'm going to wear. I have a. You
have a Griswold jersey?
I have a Griswold jersey.
Blackhawk jersey.
The
Yeah,
Blackhawk
baby.
jersey from the movie. All right, here's another. This is an easy one. Okay, everybody knows that one, right?
Is it
Laura?
is it one or two? I'll ask.
It's one.
Okay.
Yeah, Laura, come
Oh,
on.
is that a hint?
Andrew knows it. I see Andrew knows it.
Yeah.
Christmas story. I think you said it earlier, didn't you, Laura?
Yeah.
Good
Nope.
Lord.
Nope. Wrong.
So I can have a point?
Oh, it's not.
No.
That's not him screaming from getting shot in the eye?
It's not Die Hard, is it?
No, it's
Is it Die Hard?
That's Hans Gruber falling from Nakatomi Plaza.
I was thinking
Yes,
maybe
correct.
down an elevator shaft.
No.
Spike, tell him who it is.
That is a young Macaulay Culkin using aftershade during Home Alone. That's the first one.
Talking to the mirror,
Yeah.
giving us a walkthrough for some reason. I don't know why he's talking to the mirror.
Great.
All right.
I've never seen Home Alone, but actually my recently passed great uncle art directed it.
Oh my gosh,
So,
Laura.
I know.
You've never seen
I'll
Home
go home,
Alone?
I'll go home and watch it right now.
Home Alone? You've never seen it?
Never seen it.
You've never seen Home Alone, and you've never seen.
Not one or two.
Unbelievable.
And you've never seen Christmas Vacation.
Can you play my
Do you know what
one?
Christmas is? Do you know what?
You're working through the whole some of the December, right? No time off
All
for you?
right.
Is that what
Play
you're saying?
another
It's that time of year.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one from Spike is so good.
Not good enough for Everett. Not like all of you. She comes all the way up here to ruin our Christmas, and then she sleeps with his brother?
I actually knew this one.
Great.
Is the
Which is why I
voice
played it.
sounds familiar? Is that Sarah Jessica Parker?
That's Sarah Jessica Parker.
Is it? What is that with the?
Meredith.
No, I don't know the
bigoted.
names. No,
from
it's
Bedford.
It's like
Yeah.
she comes and visits the family. She's the girlfriend or something.
Yes. You got it. You're there. You're on it. You're on it.
Is it Sex in the City?
No. A Sex in the City Christmas.
What is it?
No, it's Family Stone.
Family Stone.
Family Stone. Sarah Jessica Parker. The prodigal son, or the son brings home his girlfriend, his fiance, to meet the family,
Nobody
and
likes
they
her.
can't stand her.
Yeah.
I love it because. Spoiler alert: the movie's 20 years old, so I don't care. The mom has terminal cancer in the movie, and it's their last Christmas together.
Diane Keaton.
Who we just lost. And I lost my mom a few years back, and I watch that movie every year because I know I cry multiple times.
Oh, that's nice.
I just know, but it's a nice connection. It is.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, I love
I'm
that
going to
movie.
look more fondly on that movie. I always kind of gave it I didn't really give it a full consideration. I think my wife likes it, but
it's wonderful.
I'm just not a Sarah Jessica
Great
Parker
family,
fan.
but it's great family dynamic. She plays
It
the villain.
feels
and
so accurate.
It
to
really does.
Real family. It's
Yeah.
funny and it's heartfelt. Yeah.
I'm going to end on this one, and the audience can guess in the text line, and we can just go out on this answer because I know we only got a few seconds left here. This is quite possibly, unarguably, the best Christmas movie of all time.
Hey, Ernie, a toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Save the date, Wednesday, December 10th. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for more than 6,500 kids in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO Newsradio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Wednesday, December 10th. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
The holidays are here and we all want to celebrate in style, but sometimes stubborn fat and loose skin keeps us from looking and feeling our best. Stacey Ross here. Imagine a simple one-day solution. Introducing ProSculpt, the treatment everyone is talking about. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe, gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while you're fully awake. ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas, your waistline, face, neck, arms, and thighs. Avoid wasting time and money on gimmicky lasers or fat-freezing methods. ProSculpt is one and done. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat, tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple guaranteed one-day procedure. Celebrate the holidays and get yourself a gift with a free consultation and get $250 off. Schedule at ProSculpt.com for powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening. It's ProSculpt.com.
At Les Schwab Tires, our hearts shine bright. There's a toy drive-in store local children delight. For those who don't get many presents, you see, we aim for the season to sparkle with glee. In past toy drives, you've helped us inspire bright holidays for all, and our hearts never tire. So bring in a toy, we kindly implore, to fill a little neighbor's heart with joy to the core. This holiday season, give the gift of joy. Go to Les Schwab Tires to donate new unwrapped toys.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said today he was in a meeting when a second strike was launched on a suspected drug boat with possible survivors on board.
Fire or smoke, you can't see anything, you got digital. This is called the fog of war. This is what you in the press don't understand. You sit in your air-conditioned offices or up on Capitol Hill and you nitpick and you plant fake stories in the Washington Post about kill everybody, phrases on anonymous sources not based in anything, not based in any truth at all. And then you want to throw out really irresponsible terms about American heroes.
He said an admiral ordered the strike and had every right to do so. President Trump said again he didn't know there was a second strike.
To me, it was an attack. There wasn't one strike, two strikes, three strikes. Somebody asked me a question about the second strike. I didn't know about the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat.
CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns reports it's unclear if that will satisfy lawmakers who have been demanding more answers.
You have a bipartisan group up here on Capitol Hill wanting to know more information and concerned about what exactly happened with these strikes and if, in fact, there were survivors killed. For many Republicans, that, if in fact true, if they get it confirmed from intelligence, that is a red line.
The former president of Honduras, who was pardoned by President Trump, was freed from a West Virginia prison today. He'd been serving 45 years for aiding drug traffickers. Senator Mark Warner.
Of course, if you're wondering what is the overall policy here, when on one level Trump says he's going after the drug cartels and in the same moment freeing a convicted Honduran president who was convicted in our country of literally massive drug shipments, then you've got a right to scratch your head.
The Afghan suspect who opened fire on 2 National Guard members in Washington last week entered a not guilty plea today from his hospital bed. President Trump's envoy was in Moscow today to meet with President Putin. And in Ireland, Ukraine's president spoke about the key obstacles to ending the war.
I think that the most sensitive things and the most difficult questions or questions with the challenges, it's about territories.
Meteorologist Rob Marciano in Middletown, New York, on the powerful storm sweeping into the Northeast.
This is widespread. We've seen a trail of snow from Kansas City to Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and now here. And we've got winter storm warnings that are posted for the Catskills and parts in the Berkshires, in between that and Albany, New York, and much of central New England.
New England could get 10 inches of snow. On Wall Street today, stocks finished higher, the Dow up 185 points. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at Progressive.com.
Gunfire near a light rail station. Seattle police are involved. Breaking details coming up after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Thanks, Aaron. This report brought to you by the Victorian Christmas Festival. And on that subject, this is in the Rainier Valley, so service has been suspended on Sound Transit's one line at the Othello stations. So trains are running from Angle Lake to Rainier Beach and Columbia City Station to Linwood. They're just skipping the Othello station. Meanwhile, ST buses are en route to transfer passengers. And drivers, you'll need to avoid MLK Jr. Way at Othello while this active investigation continues. Here in Seattle, North 5, we've got a brief backup from Denny Way to the Ship Canal Bridge due to road work blocking the left lane. Linwood to Seattle at 20 minutes. South 5 just a little crowded from the U District into downtown. Southbound 405 is heavy through Factoria. Bellevue to Renton plan on 20 minutes. Otherwise, we're seeing just typical afternoon backups just starting to form across the region. The Victorian Christmas Festival, presented by Puyallup Chocolates, December 4th through the 7th at the Washington State Fair Event Center. Buy tickets at victorianchristmasfestival.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, breaking news.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. Seattle police are involved in a shooting today near the Othello light rail station. Limited details right now, but the SPD says a suspect is in custody. No officers were injured. There is a heavy police presence in the area near Martin Luther King Jr. Way and South Othello Streets. We do have a reporter on the way. We will bring you the latest information as soon as we learn it. The owner of a Seattle hookah lounge where a customer was shot and killed yesterday faced questions today from the city's hearing examiner. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has details.
Evan Gotti Hookah Lounge owner Faru Berja asked for the hearing to contest 3 citations for violations of the late-night business ordinance, basically operating an after-hours establishment without a liquor license and an after-hours nightlife permit. Berja says he applied for the license and wants to be in compliance.
I am applying it. I am paying for it. I'm following the procedure. But if somebody is not providing me, so what do I do?
Berja says he will continue business as usual because he was told he could while his application is pending. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
The Department of Corrections now says there has been no change to the medical condition of Green River killer Gary Ridgway. But multiple sources now confirm to KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger that Ridgway is receiving end-of-life care. Charlie tells G and Ursula.
My understanding is the writing has been pretty clearly on the wall for a while now.
Okay.
I was uncomfortable reporting that when there was just one source saying that. Now there are 5 sources saying that nearer to the end.
The 76-year-old Ridgway is serving a life sentence at the state penitentiary in Walla Walla. Auburn Mayor Nancy Backus breaks her silence about a KIRO News Radio investigation. We've reported she wrote a letter asking for leniency for a youth pastor after he pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a 15-year-old. Last night, Backus said she regrets that.
I truly regret drafting the declaration and have said so many times.
But she also claims that letter never made it to the judge. Backus also called our story political fodder. She said this would be her only public comment. Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Looking at partly cloudy skies today and dry for the most part. Right now, 48 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 fantastic hour to go. Spike, this is one of those stories. This happened in Roslyn, Washington. Adorable little town. To an adorable little dog Not an adorable situation. It's kind of a scary
Worst
situation.
nightmare situation.
Yeah. It's like a baby Jessica situation. Do you remember baby Jessica?
In the well, you bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this couple. They're out walking their dog, just doing their thing. They're in the Roslyn urban forest, and then their dog disappears. I assume, maybe the dog goes off to do whatever dogs
chasing
do.
a wild animal, usually what happens, right? Your dog gets a scent of a rabbit running or something.
I don't know. They're just doing their business. But the dog disappears after a few seconds. So they go and they're investigating. They're looking for it. And what they find, to their horror, if you're a dog owner, I mean, it would be even worse in case of a child, obviously, but horrible for a dog.
I don't know, man. You got a bunch of kids. You can always make more. Pets are one of a kind, man. I'm kidding.
You can never replace a pet, right?
Right.
How many dogs have you had? So this dog's gone. This couple doesn't know where they're, so they go and they're searching for this dog. Now it's cold at night, especially in that area. I mean, it's like a dangerously cold area at night. And they find that this dog has somehow gotten down into this 20-foot, is it crevasse or crevice? Crevasse.
Yeah.
It's like it's in the ground. It's like 20 foot deep in the ground. And there's water at the bottom of the hole. You can't get the dog out. It's a very scary situation. And this couple are like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Hours and hours are trying to figure out how to get this dog out. And the cool thing about the story is this community in Roslyn, it's a small community, banded together to figure out how to try to rescue this dog. So, and the dog's name is Cooley. I mean, you think it's named after the Grand Coulee Dam?
Yeah.
It must be.
Probably. The coulees are all over eastern Washington. Roswell's on the cusp of getting into eastern Washington and that high desert country over there. I love the name.
It must be. So anyway, but it takes this big community. But the nice thing, and so this was on Sunday, and the nice thing is that it's a happy ending. So the dog ends up getting rescued. And we thought, all right, everybody loves a dog story, especially a happy end. We probably wouldn't cover if it was a sad story, I'll be honest. It would just be too heartbreaking.
Yep, exactly.
But during these Christmas times of happy, jovial, good feelings and warm feelings and miracles, we thought we'd talk to Adam Ybarra. He's with the Kittitas County Search and Rescue Team. And Adam joins us now. Adam, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Adam, tell us a little bit about what you guys did. How did you first find out that this couple had lost their dog, Cooley? And tell us a little bit about the story.
Yeah, I can run you through a little bit of the time frames on the call. So it was about mid-morning, late morning. I think that's when the dog went into the crevice, and then they started the 911 response. At some point after that, and then immediately the local fire departments were dispatched to it and kind of got there and realized that it was a somewhat complicated situation.
Explain that a little bit. Why was it complicated? I mean, because most of us think like a little crevasse you can reach down or toss a rope down and hook it up. Like, why was this so hard?
The crevasse was about maybe 1.5 feet wide, maybe 2 feet at best, and about 30 feet straight down.
Whoa.
So it was, very difficult technical rescue situation, because a lot of times you can, with the right rope systems, you can lower somebody in and, do a pick off and pull somebody out. But there was absolutely no way we were getting any person down into this crevasse. And, even the equipment, the limitations of the equipment starts to run out after 10, 15 feet. So we had to get really creative. The family had been going through, they've been engineering a lot of really cool stuff to get some like longer sticks and ropes and that type of thing, trying to get that set up. But
we got pictures now.
If
anybody's watching on our live stream, we're cycling through some pictures of the rescue, and I assume, Adam, you must be in some of these pictures, or the Kittitas County Search and Rescue, along with Fire District 7, Sheriff's Office, SAR, ORV team, the Fire Department Association. All these different groups got together, and it looks like there's about 20 or 30 people on site. You guys are all in like pretty harsh weather gear. It looks like you guys are up Everest or something, and the ground is covered in snow.
And the water, the coulees, it's melt-off water. It's freezing water that the dog's in.
That was one of our biggest concerns. The water from just being around the edge was starting to drip, so we were worried about her going into hypothermia.
Did you guys initially initially think that you could just dig down to the dog? I mean, was that a consideration, or did that just feel like there's just not enough time and debris may fall on the dog?
No, that one wasn't really an option. So it's hard to see in the pictures, but the crevasse is actually made out of sandstone. So
it's rock. Yeah.
Going down. So it would be quite the operation. It would be doable, but the time it would take to get the heavy equipment up there would be quite some time. We did have to. It was quite a bit of snow.
I can't imagine you guys didn't think this was just an impossible task as you looked at the problem you're trying to solve. What was finally the solution for how'd you do this?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I came up, and this is nothing that I've encountered before in my experience in emergency response and search and rescue. So when I first looked down the hill, down the crevice, I just kind of went, oh, this is something unique. So we started using some of our equipment and kind of improvising, engineering some unique stuff, and that we were getting some progress done. But the real heroes of the story is WASART, Washington State Animal Response Team. They were dispatched about the same time that a lot of the other agencies were. They're housed on the west side. And this is a lot. They've done similar rescues like this. I think this is the most unique they've had for crevasse rescue. But they came in. They had longer poles. They had a little bit better systems for trying to get a hold of the dog down there. And so those guys really came in. And by the time they got there, they came in and really set up shop. And they were the ones that got the job done. It took a lot of people working together.
And what is the basic method of this? I mean, are you putting along? I mean, I'm imagining almost like those tree limb cutters that can extend, and they have ropes attached to them.
And they harness around the pup. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Are you guys trying to Are you guys trying to slip a rope around the dog, or how is that working?
Yeah. So none of the standard implements would actually reach that far. So we had some conduit that we ran rope through, and it created a little hook and loop system. And it was a lot of feeding rope down there and pushing it with the poles. And we had an improvised pool hook on a 30-foot improvised PVC line. So we're trying to get the lines down there and just trying to, if anyone's worked with limp rope, it's not very cooperative at best, when you're close to it. So when you're 30 feet down, trying to just hook this around a dog who doesn't necessarily want to get lassoed at the same time, that was the hardest part, is trying to get it around her. And the only part she would move would be her neck, so we could get it kind of around her head and neck area, but that's not a conducive area for trying to pull her out of the
poor dog. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to, maintain her safety. So, we had to work, and what the actual final solution was really creative that the techs from WASART came up with is, so we were able to get one loop around her collar area, and we didn't want to, we had that to just keep a grip on her so she didn't back farther into, there was actually a pretty steep drop off behind her, so we were just making sure she didn't go farther down. And they used that existing pole and loop system to run a rope down that, and then they were able to, with different pike poles and different instruments, to then loop it just around her chest a little bit. And it was a little bit of luck, a little bit of serendipity, but we were able to hook her on there and have a safe place to just quickly yard her up before she slipped out of it.
And is it at that point, you're not trying to gingerly pull her, you're just yanking as fast as possible so she doesn't slip out?
Yeah, we had a canvas and rope system down there, but we couldn't get it underneath her. It's just the way that she was actually underneath an underhang. So she was actually partially obscured. It was a really hard situation. We could barely even see her, so we're trying to work all the stuff. And once they realized they had the rope in a safe spot where they weren't going to, worry about hurting the dog, it was one of those, like, everybody pull real fast.
You guys are also fighting daylight. I mean, the days are so short now. This happened, luckily this was a morning walk when this happened. If this was a nighttime walk, I can't imagine that the result would have been, maybe it would have been, but it seems like it'd be much more difficult in the dark.
Yeah, we were actually setting up equipment and getting ready to call in equipment to keep on going for as long as it took. We were working with Fire District 7. They had a lot more scene lights. WASART showed up and had scene lights. We were going to look at blowing in hot air down the crevice to keep the dog warm as best as we could. We were getting ready to set up shop all night.
What were the what were the owners doing? Paige and Seth are the owners of Cooley. Were they just standing on site, just obviously, nervous as they might be? Yeah.
They'd been there the whole time and incredibly helpful. I don't know who was the owner and who were friends of the owners per se when we were doing the rescue, but they already had the engineered conduit with the rope that reached all the way down. They had other implements. They had lights. So they were there helping us hand in hand. If you look at all those pictures, the people in the shiny coats are the responders, and anyone that's wearing like dark colors that doesn't have reflective gear on it, that's the family and friends that were helping
community.
out.
Wow. That must have been quite a moment. What was that like when Cooley finally came up?
At that point, so I spent the first half of the day actually just like with halfway in the crevice, just trying to get the loop around. And once Wassart came, we handed over technical operations to them, and I started running more of the commands portion of it and just making sure we were logistically supplied. So I was talking with our mobile command vehicle and making sure we had resources and transportation set up. And I look over, and everyone just starts cheering, and the lines are being pulled up. Excuse me, sorry.
That's okay, brother.
I didn't think I was going to get emotional.
Nah, man, it's well merited. That's a phenomenal job you guys all did. It really is. And as a pet owner, anybody who's loved a pet like this, it's amazing that so many people, just professional services like yourselves and the different agencies involved here and the community, they stop at nothing. Mm-hmm. Because pets just are such important parts of our lives. I can't thank you enough for the work. I've never met these folks, never met Cooley. But, thank you for the work you guys did. I know that you guys dedicated a lot of resources to doing this. Can folks make donations to these different organizations, that were involved in this rescue? Not just, Kitsap Valley Fire and Rescue, but Washington State Animal Response Team. But where can folks go if they want to make sure that situations like this have the resources to pull off moves like this in the future?
Yeah, if you go to any of our websites, Kittitas County Search and Rescue is a nonprofit 501c3, so you can go through our website and there's a few different ways you can donate, and everything is tax deductible. And I'm sure Wassart is also privately, is a nonprofit. So if you go through Wassart's website, I'm sure there's avenue to donate, and it's greatly appreciated. We don't get any outside funding other than the generous support of the public. And, we love doing what we do, and all the support really helps.
Well, congratulations, Adam. That's a pretty cool, that's an amazing story. How nice, too, that it ended in such a celebratory way. It could have gone way different, but we're looking at pictures right now. If you guys are live streaming, we got pictures of Cooley.
It would have gone way different.
Adorable little dog.
These guys, yeah.
Yeah, so cute. All right, well, that's Adam Ubar, Kittitas County Search and Rescue. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time and great work on this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You betcha, man. Have a nice holiday season, buddy. You deserve it. You've earned it. Oh, I can't even imagine.
Cool?
I can't even imagine.
Cool story.
We take our pup out in the woods and we walk, and my wife Melissa takes Ferris out all the time. But I can't imagine, losing the dog, or because our dog goes animal crazy, rabbit crazy, squirrel crazy.
Chase it, runs off,
and runs off, and just looking down a rock crevice, 20 feet down, and there's a big drop below your pup.
That's the part to me that was even worse when he's like, luckily she was on a ledge. You could have gone deeper.
Throwing degree of difficulty after degree of difficulty, and that's getting cold, and it's freezing water, and the sun's going down.
And under a subterranean ledge and overhang, and can't get the dog. Yeah. That's what I was thinking, too, when he was describing it. I was like, I wonder if they could shoot like one of those industrial, like you see on the sidelines at NFL games in the cold winter parts of the year.
Hot air.
The hot air things. You could just point one of those down.
They were ready to go with that if it was taking much longer.
But then I would worry, too, that if you're heating up that area down there's all this permafrost that's happening.
Melting off.
If it melts off, and if then you start filling it up the basin with, the water, because they said standing in water, was a watershed for like 7 hours?
Yes, yeah, and melt off, freezing, melt off. Yeah, that's as cold as it gets. The water that this poor dog's on, hypothermia.
Oh, gosh, that's
crazy. The Kitsap Valley Fire and Rescue, the Washington Animal Response Teams, all these different organizations. We can put a list up on our Facebook page for you.
Yeah.
And you want to make a donation because these are nonprofit organizations. You know, they're not state
rescue
funded.
dogs, that's nice.
Yeah.
Animals, whatever.
Yeah, and you know, heaven forbid someday something happens to your pet.
Yeah.
And you want folks like this to be available to come on and give you the help you so desperately need.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Great. Thank you so much for bringing this story in.
Yeah, that was a great story. Well done to all you folks, and good job, Cooley, for surviving that. That's good. Stay away from those holes. We got a lot more coming up. Speaking of donations, this next topic is really interesting. An anonymous donor gave like a ton of money to UW medical students, and so that's a cool thing, cool donation.
Anonymous donor?
I think it's an anonymous donor.
Yeah,
Am I wrong about this? Anonymous pledge for a ton of money?
Okay.
This topic, though, this is a charitable time of year when people get charitable.
It is.
But I heard this interesting clip from Elon Musk, who has more money than anyone in the world. And he talks about how it's actually quite difficult if you have a lot of money to give away. It's quite difficult to figure out how to give it away without that money just kind of disappearing.
Oh.
You want it to get to the people and not necessarily these organizations.
Absolutely.
So you got to be really careful about that. And then there was this other thing that I saw this morning, which is kind of amazing. You have this super world famous wealthy couple who've made a massive, massive donation to all of America's children.
Oh, the Dells.
The Dells.
I saw this story.
I would love to talk with you about this idea because I think this is so interesting, and especially around this time of year. So we're going to get into that. We got some audio we'll play and lots of fun stuff. So stick around. Also, get your text messages in. We got text messages just a little bit. All right. We got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
Get it done at home.
They do it in style with a 26-0 shellacking.
Improving to 9-3, staying with the small pack of teams atop the NFC.
It's intercepted, and this one goes to the house. Jones with a pick six.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
That was big for our defense. I feel like it's another level that we can reach. We're just worried about playing our style of ball, playing for each other.
And the station where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the third annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. Paid political announcement.
More than half of short-term rentals across Washington are booked by Washingtonians. Families traveling for their children's tournaments and games. Firefighters fighting wildfires. Traveling nurses providing critical care. Every day, short-term rentals are helping make travel more affordable. Legislators in Olympia are considering increasing taxes on short-term rentals. But with the cost of everything going up, we can't take another price increase. Keep travel affordable for us. Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive host pack.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
You know us. We're the heating and air conditioning company with the big colorful logo and the recognizable trucks you see all over Western Washington. You know us as the company that believes in the good we're doing and the impact home comfort has on your personal happiness. In its third generation, our family-owned business has been improving the lives of our customers every day since 1957. Call the experts in installation, service, and repair. Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Your family's comfort is our family's business.
This season, gift yourself the chance to slow down and truly savor holiday wonders just a short journey from home. Victoria, BC glows with festive lights, charming traditions, and the space to reconnect with yourself, loved ones, and the joy of the season. Victoria is just a scenic ferry or seaplane ride from Seattle, making it the perfect getaway. This Christmas, step into a more relaxed rhythm. Plan your trip at tourismvictoria.com.
At your local credit union, WSECU, making a difference isn't just a motto, it's a mission. That's why they're honoring Washington's community champions, the everyday heroes who strengthen our communities. Steve Rabel here with WSECU board member Marcus Glasper, and it's time to announce our next community champion.
Our community champion this week is Sean Tibbetts. Sean is a Tacoma restaurant owner who sets aside time to cook meals for families in need, free of charge. This holiday season, he'll feed more than 500 people. Thank you, Sean, for keeping your neighbors nourished.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Keith Dashafi, owner of Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. If your home is bracing for cold drafts, frosty glass, or that one window that just won't open, it might be time for an upgrade. Right now, treat your home with 40% off qualifying installs or 24 months of 0% interest with equal payments. It's the gift your house actually wants, because it definitely didn't ask for another inflatable snowman. With premium products, expert installation, and local service that feels like family, we'll get your home holiday ready. Visit PellaPNW.com today.
The real estate market is picking up and you want to sell with the best. You need to work with the Novak team. Mike Novak guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If not, he'll sell it for free. Go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell it for you. Meet the Novaks Novaks.com.
KIRO News Radio, continuing coverage.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. Seattle police remain on the scene of an officer-involved shooting in the Rainier Valley. SPD says no officers were hurt. A suspect is in custody near the Othello Light Rail Station. No other details for now, but we do have our reporter James Lynch on the way. Meantime, Sound Transit says light rail is suspended between the Columbia City and Rainier Beach stations. More information as we get it. The Bellingham resident, an Afghan national accused of shooting 2 National Guard members, killing one in D.C. last week, pleads not guilty to murder and assault charges. Rahmanullah Lakhinwal appeared in court virtually today from his hospital bed. U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pirro.
We are pursuing everything. There is nothing off the table right now. This is an individual about whom we don't know a lot, but we will. Trust me.
A judge ordered Lakhinwal be held without bail. Washington Congressman Adam Smith is set to meet this week with the admiral at the center of a controversial U.S. military strike on a suspected drug smuggling boat.
To get, direct information from him on how this played out.
White House says that admiral gave the order for a second strike to kill 2 survivors of the initial attack. More from CBS's Linda Kenyon.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says he did not order a second hit on a boat after survivors were seen clinging to the wreckage.
As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do.
So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs.
He accused the media of trying to make a story without understanding the scope of the situation.
This is called the fog of war. This is what you in the press don't understand.
Secretary Hegseth says the admiral who did order the strike made the right call. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
The Trump administration is now threatening to cut off food aid to Democratic-led states. The Agriculture Department says starting next week, states that refuse to share data on SNAP recipients, like names and immigration status, could lose benefits. And administration argues the move is needed to fight fraud, but blue states, including Washington, are suing to block it. Attorney General Nick Brown calls it an illegal move that would strip benefits from lawful immigrants. That takes us to 2:33, and we now have Nate Connors at the Real-Time Traffic Desk.
Thanks, Aaron. Closets by Designs got the update, and let's start with our incident at MLK Jr. Way in South Othello. From our camera view, looks like in the past minute or so, this investigation is starting to wrap up as most of the SPD vehicles earlier on site have left, and traffic appears to be flowing through the intersection. I would imagine that Sound Transit's one-line service will resume service at Othello Station soon, but in the meantime, that one line is experiencing delays. Through Seattle, North 5, we still got a brief backup from Denny Way to the Ship Canal Bridge. That's a thick backup because just past 520, roadwork still blocks the left lane. Prior to this, traffic slows at the West Seattle Bridge in the downtown. Linwood to Seattle still looking great at 20 minutes. South 5 gets a little crowded from the U District in the downtown. Southbound 405 is thick from South Bellevue into Newcastle. Bellevue to Renton has spiked to a 35-minute drive. And really outside of this, it's looking at really light volumes this afternoon. Custom storage solutions for closets, garages, home offices, and more. Go to closetsbydesign.com to see current specials or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to learn more. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Well, the radar looks clear right now. We are seeing partly cloudy skies tonight, mostly dry tomorrow. Highs each day in the mid to upper 40s. Right now, 48 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, in this time of charitable giving, this time of year, a bunch of donations have been going around. People have been talking about these. These are interesting. There was one at the